and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shayley, and together we have got one of our favourite brands. It's a Polti night.
A Polti special. We've got a 24-hour deal for you, but we've also got a brilliant deal on one of our favourite steam cleaners. A back in stock message. We've got it back from sellout shows. It's an upright for all your floor surfaces, but it's also a handheld.
And it is spring cleaning time, isn't it? And honestly, the absolute best way to clean, Bev, is by steam.
It is. Good morning, everybody. Oh, let's have a go with the steam on this floor. Look how dirty it is. Oh, I've got something to tell you later on in the show. Oh dear. Did I really get into a twiddle at home the other day, and my steam mop saved me.
And it will time and time again. Honestly, you're actually cleaning without using any chemicals, just the power of Polti steam with the water from your tap. It's absolutely phenomenal. And when you see this in action, when you see this being used on the floor, when it's being used as a handheld, you will understand how this is your whole home cleaning system.
Yeah, you'll use it all around the home. It's so effective on all your floor surfaces, including carpets. It kills and eliminates up to 99.99% of bacteria and germs.
Which is exactly what you want, just by, you know, that impact of using that steam, killing germs, bacteria and viruses. There's 19 accessories included in this bundle, and at the price you see on the screen, we know it is going to fly. It sells out time and time again, but it is back in stock. But for how long? Well, we'll see. But grab it while the stock is available.
If you've not shopped with this before, you just need the item number at the top of your screen, 079663. Easiest way to shop is on the website, shopontvlive.co.uk, and you can order on the phone, 03333 241 241. At the bottom of the screen, you've also got a Fresco Vapor, which is a gorgeous natural fragrance that you can put in the machine if you want to. At the moment, you've got it in lavender or pine, but it could sell out during the show. We don't have as much as we do as the mops.
And it does tend to go really, really quickly. So we know this is going to absolutely fly, and it is the best way to steam clean and spring clean your home. However, Polti are known for their steam generators, and we've got a steam generator at a price you won't quite believe. And I don't think Bev will be ready for this, because this, Bev, is a market-beating deal.
Don't look at the price.
That's not right. No, I'm not having that. That's ridiculously low. But if it saves you at least half of your ironing time, it's got to be worth every penny. Absolutely fantastic. One temperature sole plate. Irons all fabrics. You don't have to give it a second thought what you're ironing. And also you're ironing on a cushion of steam, so you're taking care of those garments. What a fantastic system. What fantastic results are you going to get with this iron?
Oh, wow.
An iron where you don't have to change the temperature, so you can go from your delicates, like your silks and your chiffons, up to your denims and your linens.
And the results are amazing. And all of a sudden, a job that is a task is all of a sudden so easy. It heats up super fast. You've got incredible 8 bars of pressure, so it knocks out those creases without you worrying about changing that temperature. And when you see all the features to the iron, it really makes you understand why this is such an incredible price for the one temperature technology, the eco function as well, so it actually uses less water and less energy, but it still has that same power. The 8-bar pressure is fantastic.
It's an iron that you will go from one fabric to another. This is why I loved it, without having to change the temperature. It heats up so quickly. 863521 is the item number here. £89 is a massively reduced 24-hour deal price, and if you want to use PayPal Pay in 3 and spread the cost interest-free, it's just there. £31.32 on your first of 3 interest-free payments.
And I really do think that this could save so many items of clothing, because how many items of clothing have you melted with your iron? This is the power of the steam that's knocking the creases out with a cooler sole plate. Price-wise, well, take a look. We have got such a market-beating price. As you see elsewhere, £179 at Polti, at Curry's, at Freeman's, at Robert Dyer's. All great places to buy, but not as great as our 24-hour deal.
No way.
That means this deal is only up until midnight.
£179 at all of those retailers. And we've got it for £89 for you. Oh, my goodness, what a deal. It's almost, well, it's a £90 saving against all of those prices that you see there. Brilliant, isn't it?
It's absolutely incredible, but it will absolutely fly. So do pop that in your basket. Check your baskets out. Best way to order is, of course, on our website, shopontvlive.co.uk. Go through to our live hour. You'll see everything we've got available. We have got our coffee machine available as well. We've got very, very, very low stock of that. But we are thinking, well, Father's Day coming up.
We weren't even supposed to have this on the show, but we found a bit of stock for you, and it's a great deal. £149 gets you a coffee machine that makes everything from an espresso to a latte to a cappuccino.
And it's so compact, isn't it? And my neighbour's just bought this. Absolutely loves it. She's like, come round for a coffee, and you will love it as well. The pods that come with it taste fantastic, but grab that while the stock is there. But we've got to get back because we're busy already for our Polti home cleaning system. And our lovely Bev, how are you, my love?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm working with you two.
Always a joy to have you on. We love steam clean. I know for you it's the only way to clean, but what a great system this is.
Oh, what a fantastic system. I mean, all in one. So you can only store that. You've not got to start and look, you know, for extra cupboards to put one cleaner in and then another cleaner. It's all in one.
So we're going to show upright first and floor surface.
And the floor surface.
All your, like your kitchen, your bathroom, all around the home, outside, everywhere. Your barbecue, so much.
Absolutely.
And 19 accessories. It's probably the one with the most accessories, actually.
It is,
that makes it so versatile.
Absolutely. I mean, and the quality of the accessories are second to none.
Absolutely. That's everything that you're getting. You're getting the system that you see. You're seeing it as an upright. Remember, it turns into a handheld. And then you've got all those 19 accessories to clean the whole of your home. But we're going to see this in action because, honestly, you will be blown away how much money this can save you because you're not buying all those different
cleaning products,
chemicals that we buy.
Absolutely. Tap water, that's all goes inside there. You can add water to this as you're cleaning. It's not pressurised, so you're not waiting for it to cool down. Also, heat up time is literally a few seconds. It's so quick.
20 seconds and you are ready.
Yeah, exactly. It's so quick. But also with this, everything that you see that I'm using, you get with it, including the cloths. The only thing you've got to add in there is the water. Now, switch it on. Okay, which is onto here. Now, they give you some suggestions for different types of floor. We've even got one for wooden floor because you can use this on the sealed wooden floor, as you can see. So I've clicked it onto there. We've got tiles, we've also got marble, we've got carpet, we've got all sorts. Now, look how dirty this floor is. If you were using a normal method of cleaning, mop and bucket, that sort of thing, which would wet the floor too much, that way you would do the damage.
It floods the floor, doesn't it? Whereas you're in control here.
Doesn't like to be very, very wet, does it? So this is absolutely ideal for all your floors, the sealed wooden floors
and
as well.
At this temperature, Bev, we're getting rid of the dirt we can't see as well as the dirt we can.
Absolutely, that's the thing. You are sanitising that floor surface.
Well, we're killing germs, aren't we? Up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria, viruses. So every cough, every sneeze lands on the floor. The dogs don't wipe their feet or their bottoms when they sit down on your floor. And you might drop a crisp down there, pick it up and eat it, and you wouldn't if you knew what was on that floor, because we can't always see the dirt, can we?
In fact, I was reading, I was going to bring these statistics, but they're so frightening, I didn't bother to be honest. Some Australian scientist has found out when you walk into a house, it takes about 8 steps for you to wipe off what's underneath your shoe. But they actually look to see what was underneath the shoe, and it is absolutely gross.
And you
walk when you think where where your feet have been, down the public road where the dogs are weed and then in the public toilet.
Well, to be honest, it was mainly human, not necessary when you'd been in the public toilets. And that's what I say. And the thing is, they live on, you know, the fabrics for a while afterwards. So if you can steam, not only are you cleaning, you're also sanitising. And that's the most important.
And the finish is so good.
Well, the wooden floor is virtually dry. Now, remember, there is a fresco vapor fragrance available for you. If you want a really nice natural fragrance in your home, and these are completely natural, we've got 2 fragrances available at the moment. We've got the lavender and we've also got the pine fragrance. Now, you get 2 of these bottles. You put the smallest amount when you're doing the floors into the actual steam mop, and you get this gorgeous, lovely natural fragrance.
It is a natural fragrance. I mean, the thing is, when you've steam cleaned, it doesn't smell of anything. It doesn't smell of lemons or anything like that at all. And sometimes you want a fragrance. Now, I think the lavender one is very, very nice for using in the bedrooms. You know, it's a nice... light kind, it's a nice light fragrance. The other one that they've got is more of a eucalyptus.
Yeah, they call it pine, but it smells more like eucalyptus.
Yes. That's quite nice for bathroom
That's
area,
really sharp, if you know what I mean.
Now,
and if you've got someone who sort of suffers a little bit with the sniffles at this time of year,
good idea.
I find that it's very clearing for that.
They're just at the bottom of the screen. Remember, you'll get 2 of whichever fragrance you go for. 862764 is your item.
Now, we're in a bit of a situation because we've got a few Polti products tonight. Our steam generator being one of them. Now, it is a market-beating price, and we've just heard 10% of the stock has already sold out and gone, and we haven't even shown it you properly live yet. I think one of the main reasons it is market-beating. If you look elsewhere, you are talking £179. So Polti, Robert Dyas, Currys, they have it available. It's available to buy, but it is £179. We've got it tonight at half price to that at £89, and it's giving you exceptional value for money.
It's the Express as well. Heats up really quickly. Don't have to change the temperature. £179 is our usual price. If you buy it at Polti, at Currys, at Freeman's, at Robert Dyas, it's pretty much the same, £179. We've got it on a 24-hour offer for £89 and £90 saving.
And I think the reason people love steam generators from Polti, it can halve your ironing time because it knocks those creases out with the power of Polti steam. What you'll find is, I think it can save clothes because so often most irons have a really hot sole plate and that can make your clothes go shiny, or you can see your pockets on your trousers. This, actually, because it's the power of steam with a cooler sole plate and you never change the temperature, it's a 1 temperature setting. Honestly, it can save your clothes, allow your clothes to look newer for so much longer. And that price, oh my word, another 10% has gone. 20% of the stock of that has sold out and gone. You do need to please check your baskets out. If you have got it in a basket, please do not miss out on that deal. We will get to it, hopefully.
Hopefully. 863521 is your item number for the iron, but we've got to get back to the mop as well because this is on such a brilliant price. It's a complete steam cleaning system. We've shown you on a wooden floor. We're going to show you on carpet now, aren't we?
Absolutely, because the thing is with the carpet, you want to refresh. Now, smells get trapped into carpets, so unfortunately it's the bacteria that are living in there, that's what makes them smell.
Right.
Now, I know there are products you can buy which you spray, but you're not actually getting rid of the smell, you are masking the smell. But what steam does, that actually kills the bacteria that creates the smell in the first place. So if you're going to use carpet, I would suggest you use it on maximum.
Okay.
Because you need the maximum amount of steam pressure going through so it reaches to the bottom.
And you've popped it on a base.
It's like a glider, isn't it? So it lifts it
because not all steam mops can be used on the carpet, but this has the actual attachment that allows you to do exactly that. So you have got the carpet sort of frame or the rug frame, use it on your rugs as well. And it's so true because if you've got pets, you can have that wet sort of dog smell, can't you? Yeah, absolutely. Or if you've cooked fish and things, that smell of fish can hang around for ages, and you're like, but I've thrown the bin out. There's nothing in there. We've washed everything, but it's in your actual carpets.
The upholstery.
It is.
Yeah, your furniture.
That's where it's living in. And the thing is, you need to sort of deodorize that. If you use steam, what it'll do, it opens the fibres of the carpet. It forces the dirt to the surface. By you going backwards and forwards as a natural progression, you will take away the top surface dirt. But also, you are literally deodorizing that. All that dirt will collect on to the bottom of the, as you can see. It's a bit disgusting. That's your carpet glider. But don't confine that just to the carpet, because I would suggest you do the mattress
that's
as
a good
well.
idea, yeah.
Nice.
So you can do the mattress
Killing
as well.
99.9% of germs,
Absolutely.
bacteria, viruses.
Absolutely. But as I say, while you're doing that, you're deodorizing, and also you're removing pollen, because the windows are open when it's been nice, comes in from the house.
Pollen count's gone really high, hasn't it?
Settles onto the carpet, settles onto your soft furnishing. With steam, you're going to take it away. You're going to really neutralise that. So the more you steam your carpets, the better you're going to be. It's going to be a fresher home.
Massive top tip there. I'm hugely busy. Remember, this isn't just an upright, it's also a handheld with 19 accessories. And when you're killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses, get round that bathroom, get the toilet clean, get the kitchen clean.
The entire home, isn't it?
And because it's only water, well, actually, it's Polti steam, you can use this on all work surface areas where you're then going to put food, because you're not leaving any chemicals anywhere. This is completely chemical-free.
Sanitising and deodorising. Remember, we've got the Fresco Vapor available if you want to add that into your basket. You've got those 3 different settings, but it's ready in 20 seconds to go. 079663 is the item number. Kitchen, bathroom, all your floor surfaces.
It's everywhere, isn't it? It can be your tiles in the bathroom, the extractor hoods, it's amazing on. Wardrobe doors, mirrors and windows, oh my goodness, completely smear-free. All of your hard floors, even your sealed wooden floors, and it's sanitising and deodorising and killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. Upholstery, that's your furniture, your sofas, your chairs, and all those 19 accessories allowing you to do all of these jobs whilst you're brushing your teeth, if you like. It's brilliant on radiators.
Don't make the mistake of
Don't put the wrong thing in your mouth. Never. And you can see how efficient it's going to be all around your home.
I did the bathroom a couple of weeks ago, and honestly, once you clean with steam, you'll never clean any other way.
No.
Because it glistens.
It does.
And it seems to stay cleaner for longer. I keep walking back in the bathroom like, it's still clean. It still
feels
looks
clean.
It does.
It?
This is where it's great as well, around the kitchen, in loads of areas where you wouldn't think are really dirty, but all the nooks and crannies, get your steam there. It pushes dirt out that you don't know is there.
Exactly. It's the force of the steam itself, and that's what you want, especially around the shower.
Yeah.
You know, around the track of the shower.
You get horrible build-ups.
Absolutely. Dead skin. That's what your pink bit is in.
And there's loads of nooks and crannies that you can't get into round the shower, round the toilet.
No.
And you can't get there with a wipe or with a spray or with your hand or with a brush. But you can get there with steam, because steam just blows that dirt out.
Absolutely. You just need to be able to just point it in the direction you want it to be. I even do my sponge. You know, that's hanging in the shower.
Oh, that's
so
a
when I finish,
brilliant idea.
I just do the sponge.
Now, we're going to show you lots and lots of handheld demonstrations. There are 19 accessories in total included. That includes all your cloths. It includes the V-shape, the mini V-shape that you can use on upholstery. You've got all the tools that you can see right there.
So there's rectangular brushes, there's flat lancet, there's a window squeegee there as well, a small rectangular brush. You've got a larger one as well. You've got round brushes, you've got one that's great for the sink, you've got the carpet frame as well, the carpet glider, you've got a steam concentrate in there, you've got a steam lance in there, plus of course you have got the washable actual heads too, which is fantastic.
And a huge saving on the normal price. It should be $199, it's $139 for the show. 079663 is the item number. If you want to use our PayPal Pay in 3, just $48.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. But our advice, check out right now.
It's Polti.
And we'll be right back.
Very good morning to STV, ITV1 already with us. It's great to have your company. We're busy. Bev's here. Polti's here.
Always.
We've got a steam cleaning system, which is absolute flying. We've got an amazing steam generator as well. So everything's busy.
Polti spectacular tonight for you. Details on the screen for the steam cleaning system. We've got 079663. We've got loads of demonstrations to show you, but we've got to remind you, if you've just joined us, of the special we've got for 24 hours or while stocks last.
Yeah, we've got to tell you now before we actually get to demonstrate it, because we might not even get to demonstrate it, because we've only spoke about this, and already, how much did I hear? A third of the entire stock sold out and gone. This is the most incredible steam generator, the Express, because it's the simplest to use, can halve your ironing time, 8-bar pressure, ticks so many boxes, but it's one temperature. I think this can save your clothes, but because it doesn't have a really hot sole plate. I think there's many reasons why it's busy, but one of the biggest reasons is it's market beating. And when we say market beating, we're talking half price market beating, which is amazing.
If you buy it from Polti directly right now, 179. Curry's, Freeman's, Robert Dyer's, pretty much the same, just shy of a penny, 179. Forget that price. Buy it with us whilst we've got the stock for 24 hours only, £89. And you don't have to pay that with PayPal paying 3, just £31.32 on your first of 3 interest-free payments.
I think it'll be one of the best things you ever buy. You will see that all of a sudden a job that can be a chore isn't when you've got the right tool for the job, and that is the right tool for the job. Check it out on the website, shopontvlive.co.uk. You will find everything on our live hour that's available in our show. The Fresco Vapor to go alongside your steam cleaning system. I'm not going to call it a steam mop because it's so much more. Your iron is absolutely flying. And the coffee machine. Now, it is available, but we've got very, very low stock. Now, this is another sellout item from Polti. And what a great Father's Day gift.
Well, when you look at it, you probably think it's just an espresso machine, but it's not. It's an espresso maker, it's a cappuccino maker, a latte maker, a cortado maker. It's just £149 for a coffee machine that takes up the smallest of space, but does so much.
It's like the size of a toaster.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Comes with coffee included as well, the coffee pods, but you can put your favourite ground coffee in there as well. You've got a milk frother, such a versatile bit of kit. Great Father's Day present.
And wedding gift as well, perhaps a new home present. It sits beautifully into whatever size kitchen you've got. Perhaps you've looked at coffee machines and they're massive and they're all singing and all dancing, but actually you can make every coffee with this machine and it will sit into whatever kitchen, or actually I quite fancy this in a bedroom if you've got a nice bedroom.
Nice.
Morning
coffee.
Morning coffee.
Not having to go downstairs for your cup of coffee.
Oh, yeah, hot chocolate.
Yeah, absolutely. And absolutely fabulous. And that price is phenomenal. So grab it. But stock-wise, we are down to the very last of the stock.
We'll try and squeeze in a couple of clips for you to show you how great it is, depending on how busy we are on everything else, because everything is flying at the moment. Our lead item, the main thing, it's about spring cleaning. It's about cleaning your home without any chemicals and the whole of your home.
Absolutely. I mean, we've had lovely weather just we have where I live. It's been beautiful.
Makes you want to clean, actually, doesn't it? Because outside seems so fresh. You want inside to be fresh.
But the only thing is when the sun shines, it shows you all where, you know, you haven't probably cleaned over the winter. So, yes, you're raring to go. And sometimes it's a daunting task. You think, oh, I've got to start by all those chemicals. It's going to cost me a fortune. Where do I start? Well, the thing is, you've got everything you need here. All you need to add to this is just water. That's all. This is heated to a proper temperature that's going to kill 99.9% of all the bacteria that's lying around your home. But not only that, also viruses, which at this time of year, people are sneezing. It could be hay fever, could be colds. Who knows?
And every cough and sneeze, it goes somewhere,
It does. It goes everywhere.
So you want to make sure you get rid of that.
Absolutely. But I don't like hard work. I have to say, I don't like faff.
No,
Or
that's
anything
what I don't
complicated.
like. No.
No.
We like something easy, something quick, and that's
Exactly.
exactly what Polti Steam is.
Exactly. And how many times have we brought products in the past, you know, that we've read and thought, oh, that sounds a good idea, and you get it home and you're very, very disappointed when you come to use it. The thing is with Polti, they don't make kettles and toasters. They've been making steam products since 1978. So consequently, you've got, in my opinion, the top of the tree. Now, heat up time, as I say, 20 seconds, good to go. If you're going to use it as a handheld, then you put it on maximum. Now, you don't have to remember what I'm saying, because there's a nice booklet that's in there that will explain exactly what you need to do. It's so easy. Or you just trial and error. You do what you think.
Get cleaning.
You can't do anything wrong. Now, the first place you might want to try once it's heated up is the cooker hood, because it dissolves grease.
Grease,
Nothing seems to clean that.
No.
I've tried so many things and it's still sticky and greasy. Whereas steam, it just breaks that grease down, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
It's
It
amazing.
dissolves it completely.
Yeah.
So it's not moving it from one part of the cooker hood to the next, because you can smear grease all over. With this, it dissolves it. As soon as it touches it, it dissolves it. But what's left behind is a shiny surface, because there's no residue left for dirt to stick back on.
It reduces dust collection.
And you'll notice when you clean by steam how it stays cleaner for longer, because there isn't that sticky surface left.
No, not at all. So consequently, it just is so much quicker. Also, look at the power.
20 seconds.
Yeah,
Good to go.
20 seconds, good to go. So now you can do high up. You know, it's not going to be dripping down your arm. Look at the amount of power of that steam.
Amazing.
I mean,
and
that's
so quick.
Yes,
and it's the
absolutely.
temperature of that steam as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a dry steam. Obviously, there is some dampness to it.
There's got to be.
But it doesn't soak an area, which is brilliant.
Not at all. And that's what I'm saying. You know, you need something that's going to sanitise and clean, but not do the damage.
I feel like we're in a pop video. There's that much steam.
I know, absolutely.
Like a smoke machine.
And that could be an area where we're now going to do a sandwich, or it could be the high chair for the little one. And you don't want to use chemicals on an area. I always think about chopping boards. I don't want to put a chemical on a chopping board. So you know that's clean, and not just visually clean. That's killed 99.9% of any germs, bacteria and viruses.
Look at the dirt on the cloth.
But this is what's in the cloth. But can I just sort of show you the quality of the actual products? This is what you're buying into Polti. You're buying something that's going to hopefully, you know, take and clean through your home, and you're not going to be disappointed at the end of it. I mean, the quality of this, I mean, you could use it on anything. You could use it on your upholstery. You could use it on your mattress if you wanted to. Those get put in the washer and washed.
And they wash brilliantly.
They really do. Don't put any fabric conditioner in, because obviously that will stop absorbency, just like, you know, your towels. Now, the blue strip that you can see there is slightly abrasive.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a scrubbing brush, if you like.
So it agitates
It's a
the
bit of elbow grease.
Absolutely.
Brilliant, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They've put that much effort into a cloth. Think of what the effort is into actually cleaning the part of the machine.
Now, remember, you've got all these accessories. Wendy's emailed in. She's on about cleaning hobs, and she's on about the burnt food that we get on
on your
there.
hob,
Will
yeah.
it clean that off? Will it clean that off, Bev?
good for
Oh,
that,
yes,
isn't it? Yeah.
absolutely, it will. In fact, I've just done my oven. Oh, me, I was a little bit ashamed, really, because I've not sort of had time to do anything.
Now, the other thing we haven't mentioned is it's great for defrosting your freezer, isn't it?
Oh, gosh,
I love it for that. It's absolutely brilliant for that.
And I love
20
it.
minutes.
20 minutes.
So
speeds it up for
quick.
you.
It does, absolutely, because that can be a nightmare job. And cleaning your fridge, because again, you don't want to put things into your fridge and spray.
And all the seals.
And then all that smell.
Exactly.
And then you put food in. Honestly, you're cleaning just with the power of steam. I've got to tell you, stock-wise,
What?
20% 50%
Wow.
Of a
that
big stock. We had a big stock on
big
this.
stock, Beth.
Yes, we did.
You
Yeah.
need to check your baskets out. I think it could be a sellout night. It is back in stock because it is a favourite. It does sell out time and time again. It is our system that has the most accessories, 19 accessories. And when you think that we've had our machine, we worked it out, it's about 17 years, and we've still got all the same accessories.
Yeah, you do.
Perhaps one of our brushes we could perhaps do with replacing now, but they last like you'll not
Well,
believe.
this is it. I mean, the quality of these things. I mean, excuse me for reaching over, but this is the one they've given you for the
great
plug
head,
hole.
that, yeah.
Okay. But it's not just a round brush. If you can see, it's slightly chamfered on the edge because obviously you want to get right into that plug hole. But not only that, when you're scrubbing like that, if they're rounded too much, they'll slip.
Right. So it's
With it being
angled.
chamfered.
I love
because
that
it's
word,
angled.
chamfered.
It's chamfered.
It's a posh word.
Yes, I think it's like a joinery thing.
I like it. It's good.
Anyway, it's chamfered. That will then give the power in the brush combined with the steam.
So it doesn't
without
slip
it
away.
slipping away.
Brilliant.
So
all
it's
those little
just
things,
like
yeah,
that.
really thought about,
Now,
aren't they?
look at this. This is your window cleaner.
It's so good on
Isn't
mirror
that
and
good?
glass, isn't it?
Oh,
'Cause
brilliant
It's
for that.
smear free because anything else you use on the window or glass, you're always seeing smears when the light
Absolutely.
comes through.
Absolutely.
Smear free with this.
But they've even put a sponge on there. So if you've got really sort of stubborn areas, you've got a sponge on a window cleaner, not only with your rubber piece, but you also get these sockets which come on the top, because then you can use this to do literally anything. Shower doors, the glass.
Yes. And they get a
Tiles.
horrible build-up with that hard water. So for a shower door,
Tiles.
brilliant. Tiles, of course.
Yeah, tiles. So you can now, do your tiles all the way through.
Because that's a nightmare to try and, before I had steam, how do you clean all your tiles?
Yeah.
Well, that's the truth.
And it's quick. It's much quicker, isn't it?
Absolutely. And
You're
if
not
you-
spraying something on, rubbing it off, wiping up. This does it all in one go, doesn't
And
it?
you can reach, you see.
And I say you've got extra reach
If you've got
now.
a wet room, you can get right up to the tiles all the way around.
Yeah.
Right up to the top.
Absolutely brilliant.
I mean, honestly and truthfully, the whole concept of it has been exceptionally well thought of. But I mean, you'll be looking and thinking, where can I clean next?
Yeah.
You will.
In the thing.
You'll actually. That's why it's great that this goes from an upright to a handheld, because you'll perhaps be doing the floor,
this
and
is
then
brilliant.
you'll think, hang on a sec. The shower head needs.
Yeah. You'll be finding those jobs like the same, won't you?
And this allows you to do that and every other job. For a shower head, that can make such a
Now, we
difference.
can't see because there's so much steam, and we can't hear because there's so much power. but it breaks.
You will see now that even with the hardest of London water, it takes that. It's so good.
I mean, that's just that quick little area just there.
And that'll stop, if you've got that build-up, that'll stop your shower head working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, a lot of sprays can damage sort of the metal or the chrome or the coating, or even the rubber seals and things, whereas you're just using the power of steam. Look at that.
Look at that.
I did the radiators, and
Yes, the stainless steel radiators.
With
yeah.
this.
They look amazing. So if you've got any chrome,
And the other
fantastic.
thing, we thought the shower blocker, like the plug in the shower, we thought that was chrome. Hayley cleaned it with a chemical and it stripped it all away. So obviously now all we use is steam in there. This is one of Bev's favourite accessories. Steam comes out of both sides. So like you were saying, for radiators, brilliant for the fins.
Brilliant.
And your radiators where you put your towels and things, they get horrible sort of watermarks down because you're splashing all the time. And sometimes nothing will take that off. Steam, instantly, steam over, and you've got the actual cloth head as well.
Yep,
so it virtually does all the jobs at once. So if you want to then wipe it over with microfiber, it looks new again.
Can I just say about your Venetian blinds, be very careful because you're working at 120 degrees.
It's hot, isn't it?
Right.
If it's plastic or they're like that, it's going to melt.
Yeah.
So always do a test area
try 'em.
first,
Yeah.
just to make sure. But
It's
you've
all right
got a
on our
chance.
bathroom one, but
Yeah,
do,
it's fine
do
on
check
ours,
it,
yeah.
check
Yeah.
it on yours.
Absolutely.
So we're so busy. Check out what you're getting, because this isn't just a handheld system. This is an upright. This is a whole home cleaning system, killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. It is effective. It is powerful. And like we say, it will kill as well, just with the power of water and Polti steam. All these accessories, you've got the carpet glider. You can use it as the upright. You can turn it into a handheld. There's your radiators. Amazing on radiators. Fantastic on grouting as well. And all these attachments that we're seeing, you do get with this
Everything
bundle.
included, like you were saying, Ellie, I think it's the most accessories we
19
include
accessories.
with any system like this from Polti. 079663, if you've got it in a basket, it's time to check those baskets out. You've got a massive reduction on the usual price. Normally almost 200, comes down to 139, comes down to 48.65 on your first of 3 interest-free
And a huge
payments.
amount of stock already sold out and gone. We're approaching
What?
a quarter of the entire stock. We had a vast amount of stock. I didn't even mention stock at the top of the show because I didn't think we'd quickly have stock updates, but this stock is depleting really quickly. Remember, it's not yours till you check your basket through, so we could end up with just having 10 of these left, but 210 of you could have them in baskets, and it'll only be the first 10 that check out that get them. So if you've got it in a basket, please do check it out. It will honestly be one of the best things you ever buy. Once you've cleaned with steam, you'll never clean any other way.
And it makes cleaning a little bit easier, and that's what we want,
And it
isn't
lasts longer.
And you get so much included, remember, 19 accessories in total, more than we do on, we think, on any other mop. You can see all those accessories, all those extra cloths that are included, all the cloths and all the covers are microfiber. They're all machine washable as well. You just pop them in the machine, just don't use any fabric softener because it affects the absorbency. But you can see you've got every tool for every job, pretty much.
Absolutely. And think of what you could save. That cleaning aisle is the most expensive aisle at the supermarket. So you're saving on your pocket because you don't need to buy all those expensive cleaners. You're saving on the environment because you're not putting all those nasties back into the water table. And you're saving on yourself, actually. You're kinder to yourself, to your hands and things, because all the sort of chemical sprays affect my skin. I have to wear gloves. They get down your throat. You make your eyes run. You're just using water from the tap. But the great thing is, with this system, and this isn't with all the systems from Polti, you can add a scent to this too when you're doing floors.
But this isn't a chemical, like we were saying. It's a lovely natural fragrance.
Yep.
You only use the smallest amount. You pop it into the mop head when you're doing the floors. This is the pine fragrance. Now, you do get 2 of these bottles in each box. So 2 of the bottles will be included. That is the pine, and there's also a lavender available for you. We will pop the details on the main screen for you. I would go for one of each of these because you get 2 bottles in each box.
Because the lavender is really nice for bedrooms and sort of a very relaxing scent, perhaps in the living room as well. But then when you've got the pine, and the pine is quite eucalyptusy, so that's really nice for then the bathrooms and the kitchen. So yeah, do grab, but honestly, that nearly always sells out well before
Absolutely flying
the actual
in the
system.
lavender as well.
And we haven't got enough to go alongside the system, and we know lots of people have bought in the past. Also stock up, so please grab it while the stock is there. Lavender is always the first one to sell out. I'm busy on absolutely everything, so don't forget we have got our coffee maker available as well. So if you do want to go for that, please do check your baskets through because we are very, very low on stock. That is the most amazing compact espresso machine, but actually it's not just espressos. Because it has a milk frother, you can make every single coffee that you would like to make with the pods that come alongside it, but also you can use ground coffee.
Yeah, your favourite ground coffee as well, so you're not tied to the coffee pods, though. Once you taste them,
They taste amazing.
you will love them. So if you want to get that, it's available on the website for you at a great price, and you get the coffee included. Great Father's Day present, great wedding present, great present for anyone if they like
new
coffee.
home gift. Oh, yeah, honestly.
And it's Polti.
Fabulous
And
present.
Polti are passionate about steam and the steam combination, and also family connections with coffee as well. So we're going to go to our iron now. Now, this is our 24-hour deal.
And we've had to come to it a lot earlier than we planned because how much stock has gone?
40%.
40. We've only
And
touched
we haven't
on
ironed
it.
anything yet.
There's so many reasons to get this iron. One of it is price. If you shop elsewhere, you will find it at £179. With us, it's half price. So we are truly market beating. Whether you go to Polti or Curry's or Robert Dyer's, £179 is your deal. Our deal right now is £89. So this is the reason it's flying. But then you'll realise, my goodness, we're getting so much more. £89 for a steam generator. And when we talk Polti steam generators, they were the first, weren't they, Beth?
They were. Franco Polti invented the steam generating system that sits inside the irons back in 1978.
But not at this kind of price.
No,
£89.
not that kind of price.
It should be 179. That's our usual price. Polti, Curry's, Freeman's, Robert Dyer's, 179 more or less. We've got it for 89, and then we can do PayPal Pay in 3, so we can split the cost interest-free across 3 payments for you. So 863521 is your item number. Bev, we've got to see it in action before it
all goes.
Yeah.
The thing is with ironing, nobody particularly likes it, but we like the results that they give them. Yeah,
yeah. Once you've done it, you're like, oh.
If clothes are creased, they still look dirty, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and you know they look old and unkept, basically. So there are certain clothes that we need to iron. Now, the thing is with Polti, they've changed the system of an ironing how we're used to. So normally we set the temperature to what we want the fabric to be. We put a little tiny drop of water in, because usually it's about an egg cupful. Switch it on, iron and hope for the best. And then when we're having to reduce the temperature to do the next delicate item, that's when things become a little bit funny.
Well, this heats up really quick as well. That's the other thing I hate about them handhelds. You have to wait ages for it to heat.
You certainly do.
This is about a minute.
And wait ages for it to cool down.
Yes.
So everything takes a long time.
But there's no temperature controller on
nothing
here.
at all. So with this has got a cooler sole plate, but it has 5 times more steam than any other iron on the market.
Wow.
This is why Polti have patented that idea.
So it's the power of steam, really, that knocks the creases out.
Absolutely.
Not the temperature of the plate, which is normally what you iron.
Not the heat, no, not at all. This is linen, and as you can see, it's been in that case for about 2 or 3 weeks.
And sometimes, even if you manage to get that a little flatter, you'd still see the creases.
Yeah.
Linen can be an absolute...
It would,
oh,
absolutely. And you push it. I mean, how many of us have ironed doing this, haven't we? Well, that to me is hard work, and I don't do hard work, you know that.
You're not putting the pressure down, it's literally gliding across.
That's what it is, yep. Steam is doing the work for me. All I'm doing is gliding that iron into the direction I want it to be. So now, you end up with results like this.
That's the bit Bev's done, but look at this. This bit underneath, what a difference.
And again, this looks crisp, clean. The material feels nicer as well when it's been ironed, doesn't it? There's something, it sort of softens.
It does, because what happens is all your fibres, fibres of any kind, whether it's your carpet or whether it's your jumper or your dress, actually love steam, because steam relaxes fibres.
Okay.
And so therefore it does make them feel softer. If you've got cashmere jumpers or Shetland or, those nice quality wool jumpers, blast them with steam just to give them a refresh, because that way you're relaxing the fibres and you're actually taking care of them. You're conditioning them.
I think when you iron with a steam generator like this, you are taking care of your clothes, because how many clothes do we melt with a regular iron because the sole plate is so hot? Or we sort of pull things out of shape like jumpers.
Yes.
Because you're having to put that elbow grease in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, misships.
I think this can allow you to get more out of your clothes.
Absolutely.
Because they stay newer looking for longer.
Well, exactly, because when you're using a normal iron, it's 2,000 to 3,000 watts of heat. That is combined with the friction of you going backwards and forwards, you're melting those fibres.
Right.
And the friction will just literally lift those fibres off. We've all done it, and we've all done that on the end of the ironing board.
You think it's dirt, but then you're like, no, I'm ironing clean clothes.
No.
It's not. What it is it's part of your favourite blouse.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
why your trousers have gone really shiny, because part of the material's on the bottom of your iron now.
Absolutely. But this is what you want. You want something that's going to get rid of the creases but not do the damage. It just takes the effort out of ironing. It takes the guesswork out of thinking to yourself is, how hot should I iron this garment before, you know, I've burnt a hole in it? And to be able to do
all the way through. Look at that.
So that's like 4 legs.
Yeah,
4 legs.
well,
4 sides. So
4
great,
sides.
great
4
for
at
bedding
once.
as well. Great for children's baby clothes and things.
Yeah.
You can iron loads at once, or t-shirts. You don't have to do just 1 or 2.
This looks
And
scary.
then
And great for delicate. Because delicate items like this, you might buy something like this. I think wear it once, you'll wash it, and then you'll never ever dare go near
get my
it.
left arm in that.
Never go near it with an iron, would you? Because that
you'd
just
be
looks like
scared
a,
to death.
a melting nightmare.
I bet this was quite expensive.
Yeah,
when
it
was
does look
bought. Yeah,
expensive.
absolutely.
Very
You'd be devastated if you spoilt it.
Well, of
but
course it would,
You'd so
yeah.
easily spoil this, wouldn't you?
But because you're using all this amount of steam,
wow.
So you're barely
don't-
even
yeah.
touching it,
I'm
are
going to
you?
say you don't even really have to touch it.
So
to
this
be
could be
honest.
an evening dress
Yep.
with sequins. It could be a sari. It could be a really, well, it could be a bridesmaid outfit, a wedding dress that obviously you don't want to spoil.
No, not at all.
But did you see that? Didn't even touch it really with the iron. It was
No.
the power of the steam.
That
and
looks
it's
like
back to
new.
new.
It looks like new, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
does.
And that's really in at the minute, that sort of
It is,
see-through
yeah,
bottom.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now, you
Lace
can-
has come back in.
You can do vertical ironing with this.
We
iron
can,
as well,
yes,
can't you?
we can. Let's try and do a bit of vertical
Okay.
ironing.
Yes. You see,
Uh,
Sean will stand and iron. He's quite happy to do that. He'll put a
Tomorrow's
movie-
ironing day.
He'll put a movie on and he'll iron, you know, for an hour or so. And
Oh.
for me, I put everything away in the cupboard. I grab it out and
As
I
you need
steam
it.
it on the
Iron
hanger.
go.
And just before I wear
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And because that heats up so quickly, it's so easy to
It
do
is.
that.
I mean, this is. Now, I will apologise for this.
Oh,
Put your glasses on. It's quite bright.
wow.
Bless
That's
her.
got a lot of features, that top, hasn't it?
I'm not saying anything.
I think it'd be very
There's
tricky to
some
iron.
sequin detail.
Well, it would be, wouldn't it?
There's
normally?
an
Yes.
image on the front as
There
well.
is, yes, quite right. There is. I don't know whether. Let's do the bike and get her.
I always expect her to start
way.
to smile when she knocked the creases out. And that's the great thing. I mean, it's a very delicate materials, different materials. It's like satiny and
It's like
there's
a chiffon at the
On at the back, yeah.
And then you've got the face on the front. You've got the sequins
Hey,
on the
would-
arms.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Well, at
Again,
least
they
that,
look,
yeah.
they look like new, don't they?
Do you know what I think it's really great for? And
Yeah.
lots of, if you're ironing lots of kids' uniforms and things, so many things have emblems on, whether it's a school emblem or it's
Yeah.
a football.
Oh,
shirt.
yes,
Can you imagine
absolutely.
melting the football team's
Well,
name
yeah.
across the actual T-shirt with this, because it's not a super hot sole plate. It's that power of the steam, and you've got 8-bar pressure,
And that is the power,
which
isn't it?
is phenomenal for £89. That is incredible.
The other thing to mention is steam generator iron. Some of them are pressurised tanks, so once you've used the water, you have to wait for it to cool down.
Yes.
This is a constant fill iron, isn't it?
This is a constant fill, but also it's got an
It's a big
auto
tank as
shut
well.
off. So
Oh, I
if
love
you
that.
go out and forget about it, it will automatically
I
switch
wish
itself off.
everything had that, because there's nothing more frustrating that you dash down the house, you're driving down the road, you've just got to the motorway. Did I?
Did I turn the hob
Did I
off?
turn the
Did I?
springs off? Did
Yeah,
I turn the
yeah,
hob off?
did I?
Did I turn the oven off? Did I turn the iron
Yeah,
off?
I know.
It will you can forget about the iron, because it will automatically turn itself off after about 10 minutes, which is brilliant.
The other day, I was coming to work, and I couldn't remember whether I'd switched the straighteners off. Actually, it just reminded me. And I thought, for 2 pins, I thought, oh, no, can't be bothered. They'll just have to stay there and just be on. But I went back because I thought, oh, no, if they catch fire, the cat's in.
That's
For the cat. So you're saving the cat.
So I went back for the cat.
Now you're piling up lots of baby grows.
Now, just
I am,
remind you about the stock. Massively busy on this. 50% now, the entire stock. 24 hours. It's not going to last 24 hours. Yeah. It's going to last, I would say, our show if we're lucky. You must, in just under an hour, we've lost half of the stock. So please check your baskets through. The price is phenomenal. I love this because if you've got little ones, you're forever washing and putting another outfit on.
I used to think to myself, you know, when Georgina was small, oh, if I had £1 for every time she wore one of these, I would be a millionaire by now. But, you know, this is what happens. You know, I think this is what they're for, to soak up everything that gets thrown at them. So, you know, sometimes you just want to think to yourself as well, I'll give them a quick once-over because they look nice.
They look,
you know, they look
you
nice.
Don't want to
they look completely different.
No.
Unironed.
Yeah.
But also, when you're finished, it just gives them just that last little bit of, I don't know, something about it,
finishes
isn't it?
it off, doesn't
it?
it?
Does.
And if you're a busy mum or a busy dad, you don't want to be spending your time ironing. If you can cut that ironing time down, you want to. And that's exactly what Bev's doing. How many are there? So that's
And that could be all the school T-shirts, front and back, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so it's 2 sides on
5,
each one.
6, 7, 8,
I'll have to
9, 10. So 10 layers, just in a couple of seconds.
I mean, obviously, I do.
Honestly, fantastic. Now, if anyone does want this, do check your baskets through. If you have just joined us, Bev, could you talk us round the unit?
I will.
It's so well
pleasure.
made.
Yeah,
and
I
it's
will.
so easy to use.
I will.
Yeah, really straightforward.
Well, again, you see, we don't do complications. we don't do instructions. Right, water inside there, as Sean says, you don't have to wait for it to cool down. You can add water to it at any point in time. You've also got a lock on there, so
really good
for carrying it when it's hot,
around,
you know, you can put that back in there and it unlocks quite easily. On and off button at the top, okay? Now, if you notice, if I just turn that round, you'll be able to see. Remember not to lean forward, Bev, otherwise I still have a...
It's a hot iron.
So it's hot enough to put an imprint on me, let's put it that way. Right, OK, so that's your on and off button.
OK.
You've also got one with a spanner just there. Now, this will flash at you to tell you when it needs cleaning, OK? So you've got a self-cleaning iron here. Yeah, for £89. It's unbelievable, I know. Right, so what you need to do is fill it up with water like you would as though you're going to use it. Switch it on, then press and hold this button with the spanner. Right. And then hold it over the sink or a bowl because you'll kickstart the cleaning process off. It'll fetch any lime scale that's trapped inside the tank. It takes it up through and then spits it out through the iron.
So it flushes the lime scale
flushes it all through.
And when you've got hard water, that is such
That's what kills your iron.
Exactly, yeah. That will take about 2 minutes to do, OK? Also, you have an eco button on this. So if you notice there, it's on maximum at the moment.
Oh, you just switched it?
You can turn it on to eco if you want. And I believe it's about 30%.
It's 31% less water.
That's
26% less energy.
That's it. That's it.
Which is brilliant, but it still has that same power, doesn't it?
Still has that same power. In fact, let's put it back on. You've still got that same power, and that's on your eco button with that one.
Brilliant.
So yeah, absolutely. And also you've got a cable tidy. So you
it tidies away. Brilliant. Yeah. Can I just ask very quickly about the warranty on this? Because the warranty is phenomenal, isn't it?
Well, like with any product, whether it's your steam mop you're going to buy or anything from Polti, 2 years warranty on your products. Any problems, you pick the phone up. They're based in Manchester here. They actually come and collect your product from home, and they will either exchange or repair it, but they'll get it back in your home between 5 to 7 working days, not months or weeks, days.
That's £89 for 2 years to have that service, as well as having your steam generator. 3/4 of the entire stock now in baskets or already sold. You need to check your baskets through. It is going to go. It's meant to last till midnight. I think there's many reasons why we're so busy. You've got so much for your money, but actually, when we sell out, you'll kick yourself because if you buy it elsewhere.
Yeah, well, our usual price is pretty much what you will pay elsewhere. So £179 is our usual price. At Polti, at Curry's, at Freeman's, at Robert Dyas, you're looking pretty much at £179, all of them. Our 24-hour offer, well, you've got £90 off the price. It comes down to £89. And if you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, you can do it. £31.32 on your first of 3 interest-free payments.
Pay for itself in an instant. If it saves one item of clothing, you don't have to worry about changing temperature. It's the power of the steam, so it's great for the delicate items, it's great for the heavy items. It makes sure that you always get great results. But for me, just saving one item of clothing that you haven't melted or it's gone shiny because it was too hot a sole plate, a cooler sole plate, it's the power of the Polti steam. If you do want to go for the ironing board as well, it is available. What you must do is please check your baskets through whilst the stock is there. No, sorry, those ironing boards have gone.
Sold out.
Sorry, that we're busy,
Sold out.
busy. So please, whilst we have all this stock, everything absolutely flying.
I don't know what's happening to Leslie in the gallery. I don't know what's happening. If you want to get the... no! It's limited stock. The iron... That's what's happening to Leslie. You've got to confirm your order and check out if you want to get the iron.
Do you know what limited stock means? Limited stock means it's down to the very last 10% of the entire 24-hour stock in just over an hour. You desperately...
There's nearly more people trying to buy than we've got stock remaining.
You see, we said this at the top of the show.
That's even more than limited stock.
Though it's in your basket, it's not yours. You have to check your basket out because a lot more people are trying to order this than there is stock. You'll press checkout and sadly it could say instantly sold out if you all check out at the same time now. Please do check your basket through. Incredible deal that.
Now there's more people.
Yeah.
Now there's more people trying to order than we've got. So if you've got it in a basket, confirm your order and check out. It wouldn't surprise me if the same thing happens with this mop.
No, we're going to have a bit of a Polti sellout night. And that iron, even if you're thinking to have it as a spare, perhaps your iron isn't quite so good.
Just in case.
At that price, you just won't find that.
No, and the thing is, you would pay that for a basic iron, which is heavy. You put a small amount of water in, you're back to turning the temperature up and down. That will reduce your ironing time by 53%.
Details for the iron just at the bottom of the screen, but we've got to get back to the steam
this is going to make cleaning your home so much nicer and easier. And the results will be amazing. If you manage to get this, because did we just hit 40% of the entire stock now of our main item of the show, which we had a vast amount of stock of, has already sold out and gone.
Now, let's start right from the beginning, because we're showing you as an upright. It is also a handheld steam cleaner that we're going to run you through.
Cleaning system.
Where do you want to start, Bev?
Well, I'm going to start at the floors, because I've had my Polti steamer over 20 years now, OK? And I thought I'd, found out quite a bit about where to clean and what to clean. But I had something happen to me this week which I'd never done before. And without my mop, I would now be buying a new kitchen floor. OK?
Don't.
Right. Uh-oh. Now, you know the oils that we buy to put in the fancy...
the smelly...
like the essential oils?
The essential oils, right? Well, I like to have them dotted about because, again, steam doesn't smell of anything. It's just clean.
Right.
And occasionally I might fancy something like Mediterranean lemon.
There we go.
OK. So, in my stupidity, I'll call it, not infinite wisdom, stupidity, I put the remainder of the bottle, which was over half full, up on the middle shelf, OK, in the kitchen.
Right.
So I opened the cabinet and it fell out of that hit, I've got granite worktops, so it hit the worktop and it was glass bottle, shattered, and the oil went everywhere.
Oh no.
Okay.
And it does say don't get that on anything, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
and
always
it
says
was
that on the packet.
all over the kitchen
How are we
floor.
going to clean
Oh
it?
no.
And I thought, well, when I was at college a long, long time ago, the way that they used to teach you before to get, because I did hairdressing, it wasn't steaming at the time, to get rid of grease, right, you used to have a neat soap. And you're thinking, where do I start? Yeah. I'm going to go and get, you know, a big bottle of washing up liquid like this. Where do I start? And then you've got to get it all scooped up. I thought kitchen roll after kitchen roll and all that. And I thought, no.
Forget about all that.
Oh, my steam mop. I thought, let's get it.
Let's get steamy.
Went this, okay, and I'm not joking. Went through 2 cloths, I might tell you. But I will tell you, it picked every single bit up. Oh, it does smell lovely though. Mediterranean lemons all day.
Bless you.
But
So,
for
yes, that's a good
everyday cleaning, spring cleaning, kitchens, bathrooms, this is going to clean.
And it's an upright and it's a handheld. So starting with the floors,
Yeah.
heats up so quickly. So
Yep.
this is going to be less than waiting for your tap to get hot, perhaps to fill a mop bucket up. You're going to get your steam from this in about 20 seconds.
Well, can I do that first? Would you mind if I did,
Oh.
no,
did
not at
that
all. You
first?
can do whatever you would like.
Because
We have lots of mop
now,
buckets.
well, yes, I've found one actually.
Hey.
The lady that I was speaking to earlier on, it's her mop and bucket.
Oh, right.
Sorry, I didn't catch her name, else otherwise I would
So you've
say
borrowed it off the cleaner.
Yeah. And I says to her, I said, how long have you had that? And she said, I've had it 2 days.
Right, okay.
And I said to her, oh, was it that colour? And she says, no, it was like a creamy white colour. Right?
No, it's a
okay.
dirty brown.
Yeah. So now it's a grey colour.
So
Okay.
the
right.
reason you're showing us this is
Yep.
it's
Well,
a
this is what-
comparison.
well,
isn't it?
most
This is what
people
most
would
people would do.
use
isn't
a
it?
mop and bucket at home and you think you're cleaning the floor.
Well,
I
yes.
did for
Yeah.
years until you actually said to us, Bev, well, the only time that mop is going to be clean
When you take it out
is
of the packet.
when
you
it
get it out of the
first comes
packet,
out of the packet, yes. And the first clean water in the actual bucket.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And that first wipe. 'Cause as soon
Absolutely.
as you wipe the floor once, that mop
spread it
now has
there.
got the germ. Yes.
And then you spread
So
it
if there was
there.
a little dog wee over here,
Yeah.
you've
it's
now
up
spread that
there.
dog wee all the way
Across
up
the-
there, all
Yeah.
the way down there, all,
And all the way down
over
there.
the floor. Then you well better clean the mop head, so you'll put it in the water.
Yeah.
Now the dog wee's in the water.
Exactly.
Oh no.
And
So-
now you're cleaning with dog wee water.
That's it. So then
know,
I
do you
go
know
on to
whatever
the next
germ-
floor
Yes.
and I will transfer it into there.
But you don't
Yeah.
think of that at the time.
No,
'cause
you don't.
You know, when you use that,
Yes.
it always feels a bit sticky under.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the chemical that
Everything you
we're
leave behind.
using.
Yes.
That's what's dried.
And then it always seems to dry with sort of watermarks.
Streaks.
Yes, that's also the chemical.
And then it also always seems to get dirty really quick.
Because whatever you're sticking, whatever coming past it, if you like, dust or sticks to it, because that's
you've
the
left the
chemical
sticky
residue that's
yeah.
left.
Do you want me to get rid
So,
of it? All right.
oh, sorry, yes.
So we get rid of
thank
it for you.
thank
Let's
you.
get it out the way
But
for
the
you.
thing is
Let's
with
get rid.
that, you cannot get your water hot enough. You might be able to boil a kettle and put it in there, but within about a few minutes, that's starting to cool down.
Well, you know when you fill
it's
the
becoming less
sink with
effective.
hot water, or if you make a cup of tea
Yeah.
and you get a phone call, it's
Yeah.
so cold so quickly, isn't it?
Absolutely. So the thing is with this, time you've run all that water off, which then, if you're on a water meter,
So you're wasting.
Yeah.
wasting water, okay? So with this, you fill it up with water at the back. It's also got a filter inside here to help to keep the lime scale out of it. Then you set it onto your maximum, because this is a hard floor, okay? That's how fast it is, okay? Now, this is 120 degrees, so that is sanitising that area there. But as I go along the floor, it's sanitising the whole
Wow.
of that
Nice.
surface. Now I'm
Look
just
at
going to do
that.
that one pass over.
Look at
okay?
And look how crystal clear it is. That's going to dry without any smears. It's drying as we're speaking. But the biggest thing is that has killed 99.9% of any germs, bacteria and viruses that are down there.
Yes.
And it never spreads the dirt because
No.
it's microfiber. The microfiber hangs on to any dirt.
Absolutely.
Locks it in.
But also
Brilliant.
what it's done it's lifted the dirt out the grout.
Yes.
Yes.
Now your mop and bucket doesn't. That pushes it
That's
into it.
so true, yeah.
Yep. So you're lifting that out. Plus the fact is, you would then not go from that mop and bucket and go onto your wooden floor because you couldn't do that.
No.
But you can with your steam. You can with this one.
So any sealed floors, any sealed wooden floors, any hard floors, and also carpets and rugs. So it makes it so versatile, and it's a handheld.
Yeah.
So it's far more economical than buying mops and buckets and all the rest of
It's your whole cleaning system.
Yeah, it
so all of a
is.
sudden you've got one product that does everything.
And I would say, if you want a nice natural fragrance, not a chemical, we've got the Fresco Vapors available for you at the moment. These are also absolutely flying. You've got two different fragrances. You've got the lavender that I've got there, and you've also got a pine fragrance, but it smells more like a eucalyptus. The lavender, 40% of the stock of this is gone. 862764. You will get 2 of those bottles in each box, remember, for $14.90, and if you're adding them in with your mop, you can split them on your PayPal Pay in 3.
And Bev, where do you put this? Because this we can use, we could be using it now, couldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the front, you'll see that little tiny lid to lift up. Okay, right. Pour it into there. It'll tell you how much on the side of the thing. Once it's poured in there, you can either have it on or off, and that's this button here. So once you've decided that you want the fragrance going around the room, then you'll switch it on. If not, then you just switch it off. So you're in control of it all the time.
And details for that just at the bottom of the screen.
You just, you know, chuck a bottle all over the floor.
And it's nice to have don't do that. No, this is the way to get a nice scent on your floor.
What a waste. So we've gone from a black tile to a white tile.
Yes, a white tile now. Can I also just point out, just before we do that, sorry, Paul, sorry.
Paul's our director. He's jumping
It's all over the
there.
place.
He's got a lot to do as Paul.
I just want to show you this. This is how much detail that Polti give their products. That little tiny piece of cork that you can see there actually absorbs perspiration, so it makes it comfortable while you're
And this is, again, all those little things
that
we
little
talk
bit there.
about.
Yeah.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Polti take years, don't they?
They do,
to
yes.
develop products
They
and
do.
try and test things like you will not believe to make sure it's just as it should be.
Absolutely.
All with a 2-year warranty as well, which is amazing. And this is what it's going to be great for, because we've got great weather at the minute, but they are saying it's going to change again. Not for a little while, though.
No, it's not.
And then it could be those dirty footprints coming in.
Muddy, rainy, dirty
Or it
footprints.
could just be the things you can't see. It could be the pollen, the coughs and the sneezes. Because when you cough and sneeze and splutter, it all goes down.
Of course it does. Yeah.
Your dogs come in, they don't wipe their feet. They sit down on your floor, they don't wipe the bottoms.
No, they don't.
And
Well, they do across the floor,
kitchen,
usually.
on your kitchen floor. Somebody might, you know, dogs, cats might have had a little wee. And you can't see it because it's dried. But you could drop your crisp. And think, is it the 5-second rule?
I'm not sure. I
Pick it up and eat it.
Exactly.
And you really wouldn't do that if you knew what was on your
As soon as it touches the floor.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And also, I mean, I've got an elderly cat who's sick. And of course, while I'm out at work, I don't know, it's only till I get home. And then, you know, the sun's shining in the lounge and I can see something that's dried, you know, while I've been out at work. So it's such a fantastic system to be able to, 20 seconds, good to go. And that way you can sanitise it and feel comfortable in knowing.
Peace of mind, isn't it?
Exactly, that it's
You know you've given it a deep down clean because you've killed 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. When you use sprays that say that, you have to spray them on and leave them for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes.
Now,
this is instant. As soon as you hit that steam onto that floor,
and none of
those germs and bacteria are gone.
I love that you're not leaving any chemicals behind. We're showing you on floors right now, but it is a handheld as well. We want to show you lots more demonstrations. Whatever you're shopping for, whatever you've got in your basket, do check it out. 079663. You can see here, once again, effective on all floors, even carpets, because it comes with a carpet
glider as well, which you're seeing here, killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. Get in the dirt you can see and the dirt you can't can't see. It's super portable. Use it as the upright, but then you make it into the handheld. And then you've got all the accessories, 19 accessories. The most accessories, I think, we have with any of our steam cleaning systems. Value for money is phenomenal. Stock, though, is disappearing. 40% of that stock you need to check your baskets through, because once you've cleaned with steam, you won't clean any other way.
No.
It seems to stay cleaner for longer. I did the bathroom a couple of weeks ago and still it looks good. I don't know what it is. Whereas if I just wipe the surface tops, they seem to attract the dust so much quicker. When you steam, you seem to leave it crystal clean.
I think a lot of it is you leave that chemical behind and it's sticky, so dust and pollen and dirt and grime
so any
all
other
sticks
sprays
to it,
or wipes, they always leave a layer. Whereas when you steam, it's crystal smooth.
It is that crystal clearness,
clean.
Yeah. And it doesn't attract dirt. So 079663, what's included? You get 19 accessories included. I think this is the most accessories we include. Not only have you got all the tools that you need, the extensions, the carpet glider, all your cloths are included. Yeah.
And all those cloths are washable as well. They wash brilliantly. We've had our steam cleaning system from Polti for about 17 years. And all the accessories, bar one, we probably could do with replacing one of the heads now, but they last like you will not believe. You are buying quality, 2-year warranty as well. And remember, it heats up in just 20 seconds. So instantly you're ready to do every job. It's eco-friendly, it's cost-effective because you're not buying all those chemicals. It's easy and quick to use. It's super powerful, killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. So it's the most hygienic way to clean your home. Complete peace of mind that you've cleaned your home deep down clean as much as you possibly can.
And you can use PayPal Pay in 3 and spread the cost interest-free, $48.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. If you do want that gorgeous natural fragrance, do add those in. The Fresco Vapors come in 2 different fragrances. You just put them in the front of the mop there on the mop head, and it's a small amount that you put in, but it gives this lovely fresh fragrance to whatever room you're cleaning. You've got lavender or you've got the pine fragrance. It's 1 postage if you add that in, remember, and you can split the cost across 3 interest-free payments if you are using PayPal Pay in 3. 862764 is your item number. We do have a 24-hour deal, however, on the show.
We're a bit busy here, and we told you about an iron. We managed to get to demonstrate it once because we had to go to it early because 50% of the stock had gone. It's now so super limited.
Well, it's approaching single figures, and about how many people are trying to buy it?
About 70.
70 people trying to buy it, and it's approaching single figures.
So there's a good 60 of you that are going to miss out unless you've got to check out. Our system, it allows you to keep putting it into baskets until it's hours until you check your basket through. So sadly, if you all checked out now, about 60 of you, it will say, sorry, sold out. Market beating price. Elsewhere, Robert Dias, Currys, Polti themselves, £179. £89 is your deal today, and of course you can split that cost as well. 24-hour deal, and you really can get such an incredible price. So
a £90 saving, it's bonkers,
amazing.
Isn't it?
I mean, it's half price, but it was meant to be for 24 hours. But sadly, it's for, well, I don't know how many more minutes.
Single figures now. If you've got it in a basket,
there's 9
you want
left.
it. Yeah.
So for the next 9 people that check out, you have got that amazing deal, and it's a fabulous iron. Polti steam generators are, for me, just the
everything
best.
Polti that we've got, brilliant.
There's 8 left.
We've got to stop talking about the iron.
Just check your basket through. Check your basket through, because they are just going to go, and you will be gutted if you think, oh, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
You know how it gets in your mind then, and then you have to pay double the price.
Get it now. Go to the website. shopontvlive.co.uk is the easiest way to find everything. Not only do we have the iron, we have that fabulous steam cleaning system that we're going to look at in a moment. And we've got the coffee maker as well, all from Polti. That's been selling through. We haven't even shown you it apart from on the pictures. Great gift for Father's Day, a wedding present. Great gift for yourself if you love coffee. Comes with coffee pods included, but you can use your own ground coffee. And it's not just espressos it makes all different types of coffees, doesn't it?
It's so versatile because it's really compact. It's about the size of a toaster, really. And you would imagine, because we have a machine like that, but it only does espressos. This has the milk frother, so you can make every single coffee you would want to make. And if you've looked at coffee machines before and looked at the prices and looked at the size of them and thought, it's not going to fit in my home, this will fit into your home so easily. And honestly, the coffee it makes is fabulous. Beautiful with the pods, but gorgeous as well, using your own ground coffee. But price-wise and stock-wise, we could lose that tonight as well. Fantastic value for money. And really, when you think about what you spend on coffee, this could pay for itself so quickly compared with going to buy a coffee from a coffee shop. And
it's such that quality of the coffee shops on the high street.
We prefer it, actually.
Yeah, we do. It costs around 50 pence when you're using your machine. We say on the high street, it costs about £3 if you're lucky.
We've been very kind there.
Coming down,
how much was your coffee?
£3.20.
£3.20
for a garage coffee.
Yeah, for a little one.
So think how quickly it would pay for the machine if you're making that coffee at home. The offer at £149, it includes 54 of those pods in the cost.
They are fabulous,
fantastic. Solar Origin coffees that you'll absolutely adore. But remember, you can use your favourite ground coffee. £51.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you're using PayPal, paying 3 for coffee machine. 849501. We've got to get back now to our steam cleaning system before this goes as well.
And we've seen it being used as the upright on the floors, all your floors, sealed wooden floors, which lots of things can't be used on. It's got the carpet glider as well. Now, the exact same system.
Yes.
It will turn into a handheld.
Yes.
So any washable surfaces, I know we've had emails about upholstery and things.
Oh, Carol was asking about
absolutely. Upholstery. Always do a test area, which you would whatever you were cleaning your upholstery with. Yeah. But there are 2 ways to clean the upholstery. So, if you've also got this brush with it and your socket and everything.
So all the cloths are included as well.
Everything's all included. What I would do when you've got the machine, I would wash your cloths first before you use it.
A bit like towels, they advise you to wash them before you use them, don't they?
Because it'll make them more absorbent.
Okay.
Okay. So if it was if you were happy and you'd done a test and everything was fine, then literally you'd put that on and clean as you would.
Right.
If you are in doubt, then you can hold it about, I'm sorry, I work in old-fashioned thing, about 10 to 12 inches, whatever that is.
30 centimetres.
Is it? Oh, very good.
Look at you.
Well, Neil knows about that.
Only because my ruler used to be 12 inches at school.
Your ruler?
I'm surprised I can remember my ruler.
Your ruler?
It's many years ago.
His ruler.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's
fine.
all I know, that's 12 inches.
I'm saying nothing.
Enough said.
I'm out of this conversation completely. No words are going to come out of
Carry on, Beverly.
Yes, okay.
Beverly, carry on.
Anyway, where was I? 12 inches, oh yeah. So, you could hold it 12 inches away from the fabric.
So that could be a cushion or the sofa or the curtains.
Absolutely, yep. Allow that steam, what it will do, will penetrate onto that particular material.
Right.
Then get a soft cloth and just wipe it away.
Right.
Okay.
And that will kill, on the materials, up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria, viruses. Or perhaps also, where the cat sits, the dog sits and areas like that.
That's a good point, because it also attracts pet hair. So it creates a static charge between the steam and the pet hair.
Right.
So as you're going backwards and forwards near wherever the cat or the dog sleeps, you're actually pulling that pet hair off. So what I would suggest you do, if you've got pet baskets, make sure the pet's not in it first, but use the steam inside there, and it'll
refresh all that as well.
Yeah, but it'll also help to remove the
hair, but also help to get rid of that sort of wet dog smell that you often have if you've got dogs and things, which is brilliant for. So that's another use.
All food surfaces, it's brilliant for.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll tell you what, Now, when you've cleaned your oven in the past,
Yeah.
okay,
Which you did the other day, we know.
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Told us.
had a bit of an
got a
accident.
beautiful-
and,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
You've had
Well,
a few accidents.
I have.
Yeah.
Do you know I've broke 2 flipping? Oh, I broke my statue the other day.
You bloke.
Little statue I've got in the hall. I decapitated it.
We've
not
got
coming
glue
to
for
your
that.
house.
I have.
Oh, we have,
No, but have you?
yes.
I had to use my nail glue.
Well-
But anyway.
We've got a better one than that, but we'll
Trouble
let you
is,
have
I
one.
nearly put his head on back to front.
Oh, my
I just got it in the right time. But anyway,
Oh, no.
it's all fun at our house. So when you've cleaned the oven or in the past, have you ever noticed that if you've sort of cooked the dinner and you've let that oven virtually cool off, but it's still warm, you go and wipe the bottom of the
Yeah.
cloth and it comes off a lot easier
Of course.
than if you leave it and go
Yeah.
back
Let
to
it
the next
bake on.
day
Yeah.
and it gets cold and it sets it into position, doesn't it?
Like welds on, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does. Yeah,
I'm never gonna
absolutely.
move.
Yeah. Well, your steam is virtually like having a hot oven.
Right.
So it's
'Cause it
helping.
warms it, doesn't it?
warms
So it sort
yeah.
of breaks it down more, so it's easier to clean and wipe
Exactly.
it away.
Absolutely. It just takes the effort out of
Let's
cleaning.
just show everyone at home all the...
Right,
A little
yes.
bit,
All
of
the
dirt,
dirt
just a
and
little bit of
grime.
dirt in there.
Just a little bit.
There we
Let
go.
me just switch this on for us. Now, remember 20 seconds roughly heat up time. Water goes inside there. Literally, it slides off like
Okay.
so. So you can take that to
Brilliant.
the tap and fill it up, okay? That inside there is your filter, which it comes with. And that will help to filter out the impurities that happen
So that's
to be
great
in
for
water.
hard water.
Yeah, hard water and stuff like that. Then you've got your little tiny symbols of hard floors, anything that's sort of really super difficult to clean, like this, for instance. All you do is just press and it will remove, it'll move around. And then once you get it to the place you want it to be, I don't know, you can see that, probably
Yeah, we
like
can
that.
see it.
Okay, so now you've got a little button underneath.
And we're off.
It off.
Look at
And
that.
off we go.
Do we say 20 seconds for this
Yeah.
to heat up?
20 seconds.
Now I can see, and we'll show you at home, how it's breaking down the dirt.
Doing exactly what you said
Yeah.
it will do. It's breaking down that dirt with the power of the steam and with the heat. And that could be, obviously, in the bottom of your iron. Any product that you're going to put food directly onto, because you've not used any horrible chemicals or bleach. There's no
Nope.
nasties that you've left behind.
Oh,
But you've got rid of the dirt and killed 99.9%
Yeah.
of any germs, bacteria or viruses.
What a difference.
Yep, and that all
Look how
goes
clean
into
that
there.
is.
But that is how it just literally dissolves the dirt on contact. That's how it will help to get rid of the grease that gets on your cooker hood.
Yes.
Now, another place where I suggest you try when you get your machine at home, especially if you've got one of the hobs that's flush, you
Like
know,
an
around
induction
there.
or-
yeah,
yeah.
something like that. Get the steam and run round
Yeah.
the
Oh,
edge
yeah.
of it, because honestly and truthfully, you will be amazed when you know you wipe the hob. You probably go like that backwards
Yeah.
and forwards. And what happens is the dirt falls down and underneath.
Even if you're the
Devastating.
cleanest of people, you'll be blown away.
You will.
And around the toilet seat, around the actual where the seat goes.
The
into
attachment, yeah.
You won't believe the dirt that hangs around, and around the taps and things. Again, so quick, so easy to allow you to use it as a handheld. That allows you then to get such great result. Look at that.
That's brilliant.
And that could
isn't
be a
it?
barbecue as well, because sometimes we leave those and
Now,
don't clean
yeah,
them, do we?
Yeah.
we did a barbecue show yesterday. This would have been the easiest thing to clean a
Absolutely,
barbecue.
yeah.
Because that can sometimes put you off doing a barbie, can't it?
Yeah.
Because it's a nightmare to
cleaning.
clean it. In an instant, it's clean.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you want. I've got a wrought iron, like a Victoriana chair outside. It's seat, and it's got like little tiny crisscrosses. Like
Really
this on the
intricate
side.
detail.
Honestly, it's fantastic.
Brilliant.
It just gets all in between.
Right.
It gets all the moss and the algae off that's
wow.
collected over the time. I even do my plastic, you know, the chairs that's left
All your garden
out.
furniture.
Great
Yeah,
idea, 'cause
I
they've been
do
left
the
out
table.
all winter sort of
Yeah.
thing. They look a bit grotty.
Yeah, I do the garden table. Fantastic for your greenhouses because she's sanitising, getting rid of all them, you know, unwanted visitors, but you're not using any chemicals.
Not using anything nasty that'll harm the farm.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so
a
you're not
great...
doing
We've had a few emails. Francis has asked how you make the Polti steamer into the handheld that you've
Right,
got there.
okay,
It's really
right,
easy.
Francis. Okay, so that's how it comes, and then obviously you've got
handle,
your
yeah.
handle like that. You notice at the back there's a little button,
So
you press that button, Francis,
That
and then
releases it.
literally just pull it out. Same if I turn it round for you. There's another button here. Press
Great.
that and it slides off.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So easy.
So you can see that's your button just there. Look. So put him back in. Press your button. Slide him out.
And you'll have your instructions
And then you're ready
as
for your
well.
handheld.
When it is
Yeah.
the mop, Tanya asked, good evening. She says, hope you're all good.
Hi,
she
Tanya.
loves this. She says, can I use the steam mop on wood laminate, please? I'm never sure.
Sealed wooden floors. So if it's wood laminate, yes, you should be okay. But if not, refer to your manufacturer's instructions, Tanya, or if not, just do a little test area.
Yeah.
But all your sealed wooden floors I have in my home, I use my steam on it because it's perfectly all right. Doesn't over wet them.
Brilliant.
And Stephen, he's ordered both the iron and the steam.
Good
well
work,
done,
Stephen.
Well done, Stephen.
The iron, my goodness, disappeared so quickly. Please do not miss out on anything tonight. Everything flying. And one of the best ways to clean your home, well, for me, it is the only way to clean your home properly is with steam.
It is, honestly. I know people are a little bit sceptical where steam's concerned, because I think you think to yourself is it powerful enough to do what I want it to do? And secondly, is it a big faff? Does it take me ages? You know, I might just get the spray it on, wipe it off. Well, yes, if you like wasting money, that's quite an easy way to do it. Because I didn't realise that when you buy these sprays, if you read on the back of them, they'll tell you to leave it on 5, 6, 7 minutes.
We never do that, do we?
Never do that.
You spray it and wipe it, so really it was a bit pointless.
Exactly.
It might look
you've
a bit
wasted
better,
money.
but you haven't killed 99.9% of the germs and bacteria like it says because you didn't leave it on for long enough.
And lots of us are really concerned about chemicals and those chemicals going into the water
We're trying to
table
be
and the water
kinder to
system.
the environment, aren't we?
And all the bottles of cleaners that
all
we're
the
buying
plastic.
over and
Yes,
over again.
yeah.
And kinder to yourself as well, because one of the reasons you started using steam is you had a reaction to using two different
I did.
sort of spray chemicals
I did.
together.
Honestly, in fact, I know now, at winter time, it must have affected my...
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I do get a cough and, you know, and I never used to get that. I bought two different cleaners many years ago and I thought to myself, I'll save a bit of time, spray the shower glass with one, and then I thought, well, I'll spray the bottom with another one and I can get it all done quickly. But they had a bit of a reaction and I was in the middle of it.
Right.
Honestly, tears were running down.
We've all been there, I think.
Oh,
You're
it's
coughing,
awful.
your eyes are swollen.
Well, lots of those cleaners have a skull and crossbones on the back,
Especially like
don't they?
oven cleaners
Yeah.
and things.
Yeah,
But I know lots of us have probably sprayed two at the same time and it's just too much. All you're using is the power of steam. It's water.
It is, but it's heated to that proper temperature that's going to sanitize and also deodorize at the same time. So you don't need to have anything like for your inside your oven. You don't need a chemical inside there. Steam will do it. Let's face it, if it'll move a train, it's going to move a stain.
I like that. So true. Please do check your baskets out. We are massively busy on absolutely everything. This is a handheld and upright. It's the most amazing steam cleaning system, but you do need to check your baskets through. We've had so many Polti products tonight.
It's gone crazy
It has
tonight.
gone so
It's lovely to have
crazy.
you all with us. It really is.
Polti is a good night to turn on because
It
what
is.
you know you're getting is absolute quality, but you're getting some great deals tonight. If you're quick enough. Right, when it says limited...
How many's left?
There's one. There's one iron left and there's 60 two of you trying to
Press
order
checkout
it.
quick.
So let us know who gets the last
Come on.
buy-in, because it will be the
On your marks,
first person.
get set,
to check out. Go!
It's like the National.
So it is. You've got to check your baskets out. Most of you will miss out, sadly, but one of you.
Well
will get
done
that
if you
last
got
time.
that.
Well
Brilliant.
done. Amazing price, incredible deal. As is our steam cleaning system as well. And we've also got the coffee machine available. It's a bit of a Polti night tonight. So please, if you've got anything in baskets, check those baskets through, because when it is Polti, sadly, it does always go very quickly. And our steam cleaning system, we had one of the biggest amount of stock
we
that
did,
we've had
we did tonight, yes.
But still,
That's also
a vast amount of that stock has sold out.
It's a great
and
time
gone.
to buy it, actually, isn't
Yeah,
it? This
spring
time
cleaning.
of year, spring clean and really cleaning everything all around
Inside
your
and
home.
out.
And because it's been nice, I think you really see the dirt as well, don't you, now? So you think, I want to have a real good deep down clean, and this is allowing you to do exactly that with the water from your tap. No chemicals. That expensive aisle at the supermarket, you don't have to go down there because you're using the water from your tap, and it turns into Polti steam. 20 seconds, it's ready to go. 3 different settings, and honestly, you can clean the whole of your home in an instant, because steam breaks down the dirt, the grease, but it also kills 99.9% of the germs, bacteria and viruses that you can't see. So it's the dirt you can and can't see.
The great thing with floor surfaces, like you just saw there, you've also got the carpet glider to do your carpets and refresh your carpets. Then you transform it to a handheld, and you've got 19 accessories included, doing things like shower screens and mirrors. This tool is brilliant to get inside the radiator.
On the radiator, it's brilliant.
This one on your grouting, on your tiles, and all of these are included. 19 accessories in total, and real top quality, Hayley, when it comes to the accessories.
And whatever you're using it on, mirrors and windows, no smears. You can actually use it on your clothes, your upholstery, to sanitise and deodorise. Around your sinks, you'll really find there's dirt and grime that you just didn't know was there, but steam will find it. It's one of the biggest amount of accessories that we give with a steam cleaning system. And price-wise, absolutely phenomenal. It does go compact, so you can store it away easily, but it does allow you so quickly, just like that little clip there, that you can clean the whole of your home, and you truly can. But what you know you've done is you've done a deep down clean.
Yes, yeah,
because you know everywhere that steam hit, it did kill up to 99.9% of the germs, bacteria and viruses. If you've got cats and dogs, they don't wash their feet, they don't wash their bottoms. So when they come in the house, their feet, they're cleaning their feet on the floor, they sit their bottoms down on the floor, and you could drop a crisp, pick it up and eat it. But you really wouldn't if you knew. And your little one crawling on the floor, and touching their faces, dropping a dummy, put it back in their mouth. If you knew what was on your floor.
So high chairs, children's car seats, the producer's car seat, apparently. Yeah, you need to clean that, Leslie.
Well, we live in our cars very much.
We do,
so our cars get quite grotty. So get a deep down clean. Honestly, you'll use this here, there and everywhere. On a high chair, the nice thing is you know you haven't used a chemical. You haven't left any nasty bleach. If you've got children or pets, because they can absorb things through the pores, you don't want to put bleaches and nasty chemicals onto the floor, onto surfaces where you're going to eat and things.
Stock-wise, well, we've the iron's sold out, has it? I think the iron's pretty much gone. We're approaching 50% of the stock with the mop, my word, and that's a big, huge stock.
We had a vast amount of stock.
If you do want to get this, you can take advantage of PayPal Pay in 3 and spread the cost across 3 interest-free payments. $48.65 on your first of 3 interest-free payments.
And remember where you can use this. All sealed floors, parquet, tiles, marble, sealed wooden floors. Look how low it goes to get under furniture. But then your carpet glider, rugs and carpets, the walls, the bathroom tiles, the extractor hoods, windows, windows smear-free, and the results on windows and mirrors amazing. Wardrobe doors that are mirrored, they've got hairspray all over and breaks it down. Radiators, clothes, so sofas, armchairs, as well as your coats and jackets. The kitchen work surface areas, the shower cubicle doors, your radiators, honestly, absolutely fantastically versatile. And everything we've shown you comes with the actual kit. All those 19 accessories, and look how it stores down.
Yeah,
so you can put it into a cupboard or under a unit. My mum has hers behind the back door and absolutely swears by it. And my mum, she hates change, But my goodness, she wouldn't clean her floors now with anything else. Award-winning as well.
Yeah, the Plus X award that you can see there for innovation, high quality, design, ease of use, functionality, and a huge saving against our normal price. Usually 199 down to 139, and that's 48.65 on your first of 3 payments.
Now, 50% of that stock gone. Please do check your baskets through. So many of you still ordering, and don't miss out on this. You'll never clean any other way. But when you clean by steam, you know you've deep down cleaned. You've killed 99.9% of germs and bacteria. But there's actually no smell to steam. So if you do like that smell around the home, that sort of, I don't know, sort of lavender scent, or, you know, that's a pine
And you
scent.
like a nice natural essence, a natural fragrance in the home.
Nothing worse than the real false
artificial
smell. Or the smell
smells.
of bleach and things. It's
Yes,
like, oh.
no.
Whereas these
are
are
great.
completely natural, but allow you to have a scent.
Yeah, go into the mop head, just a couple of drops, give you a gorgeous natural fragrance. This is the lavender. Now, you will get 2 of those bottles that you see there in your box. 2 for £14.90, 862764. 50% of the stock in the lavender has gone. However, there's also the eucalyptus. It's a pine fragrance, but it smells like eucalyptus.
Yeah, nice to get both if you can. When you split the cost with PayPal Pay in 3, you hardly know you're buying them. But the lavender's really nice for bedrooms and things, or perhaps relaxing areas like the living room. And then the pine, which has got this sort of a little bit of a more eucalyptusy smell, is great for the bathroom. It's that fresh sort of smell for the kitchen and things. Quite a clearing, uplifting smell.
Yeah, great if you have allergies and things. I think the eucalyptus.
Yeah, sort of clear your nose. You'll absolutely love both of them. So if you can, put them both in. Stock-wise, though, I know a vast amount of the stock of both of those has sold out.
Really busy
Lavender
on those.
will be the first one to go. So you have got, I think we've still got lavender.
We have.
We have, at the minute, still got lavender, and we have got pine, but lavender's nearly always the first one to sell out. So do pop it in your basket and check your basket.
Add it in with that mop, so that cleaning system, remember.
Well, you'll split that into 3 payments.
Yeah,
And it's
less than
just
a
few
fiver.
pounds then, isn't
less
it?
than a fiver. So much on the show. Breaking news is that iron, we did tell you, unfortunately, the iron, it has gone from limited stock to sold out. We will try and get it back in stock for you. Apologies to those of you who've missed out on that. That's why we do constantly remind you when we do get to those lower stocks. So please, if we give you those little warnings and you definitely want it, do check out. So well done if you got the iron.
Yeah, congratulations. Something else that is very low in stock now as well is our coffee machine. It's a fabulous machine from Polti that really has become so popular with us here on Shop on TV. It's super compact, yet it will make every single coffee you want to make.
Because it's got a milk frother on there that gives different types of milk froth. And the great thing is you can do things like a cappuccino, a latte. There you go. There it is, the milk frother. You can do things like a cortado and an espresso, a flat white if you want to. And it takes up the smallest amount of space.
Like the size of a toaster, really. My mum's neighbour just bought one of these, and she's got a very busy kitchen. She cooks a lot of food for weddings and things, and her kitchen is really busy. And she bought it because she knew it would fit into her kitchen, which she has. She's got in a little space, and she can't believe how good the coffee is. And we were the same. If you use the pods, the taste is amazing, but you'll love it for your actual favourite ground coffees as well. So it will make the best espresso, but the espresso is the start to any other coffee.
That's where it all begins with coffee. I was lucky enough to take lots of different brands of coffee machines to Shopping TV, and to get that perfect espresso is the beginning, but then you can do things like we're showing you here, like a cappuccino, like a flat white,
And
like a latte.
Because the milk frother has 2 different settings.
Yeah.
So you can have a more textured milk, because sometimes a more textured milk is the milk you need for a certain coffee, or you can have a frothier milk. So if you want a real, great cappuccino, you'll have the frothier milk. But if you want a nice latte, you'll have the more textured, or perhaps a hot chocolate, or it'll make tea.
Yeah, and I love watching this because the coffee art, if you like, is right there, and that's where that espresso begins. 849501 is your item number. Look how much you get. You get get the machine, you get all those different inserts that you see there, but you're also going to get 54 of the Solo Origin coffee pods.
Yes.
3 different types, one that's perfect for the morning, one that's good for the afternoon, one that's great for a lazy evening coffee at £149. Now, you get the 54 pods, you'll be able to get more pods whenever you want them. However, you can put your favourite ground coffee in there as well, so you're not tied to a particular pod. Some machines you can only put those pods in the machine. With this machine, you can put your favourite ground coffee in as well.
And remember, because you can actually heat up the water, you can make tea in there as well. So I think it'd be great in a nice new bedroom to have your own coffee machine there. We've had an email as well. Who was this from? Katrina. And she said that she's got I want to take my Polti coffee machine with me travelling in my camper van.
Nice.
Which is a great idea. So she was just asking about the amp watches and things, where we sent her all the details about that. But what a great idea, because it's compact.
Takes up the smallest space.
Yeah, it's like the size of a toaster.
And
so it will fit into your life and into your home.
We've both worked with different coffee brands, actually, haven't we? And some of the original machines we had, they were brilliant, but they were massive. And we don't have a massive kitchen.
No, so we're trying to have them out, but you're like, they were just in the way, they were just taking up too much space. The lovely thing is, though this is so compact, which we then bought a compact machine, but it only made espressos. You've got a compact machine now that makes espressos, but then with the milk frother will make every single coffee you could want.
And if you think about how much you spend on coffee.
Oh, gosh.
If you go for a coffee every day.
It would pay for itself before you know it, honestly.
And that's what this gives you an idea of. The quality coffee at home with this machine costs you around about 50p a cup for that quality coffee. Coffee from the high street, we've been very generous here. It costs around £3 a cup.
I can't believe the price.
You could save around £2.50 a day against those prices. So that's £10 for every 4 coffees. Our offer at £149, which includes 54 of those Solo pods, saving you £10 a week on those coffees you were bought. You could pay for the machine in 15 weeks.
And I think a lot of you will drink more than 4 coffees in a week, honestly.
Sometimes a day.
It's, so quickly will pay for itself. It's a beautiful gift idea. Perhaps you've got a wedding coming up. It is something that's different as a wedding gift. There's Father's Day on its way as well. Perhaps someone's moved into a new home and you know they've got really nearly everything, but honestly, no one will have a coffee machine like this. 849501, there's the machine. You are going to get all those coffees included as well. Really stylish, doesn't take up a huge amount of space. And when you see the coffee that comes from this machine, you see the quality. And it all starts, doesn't it, with that espresso. And when you watch this clip, you'll more or less be able to taste it because you can really see the quality of the espresso. But remember, it is Polti. It's a little bit of a sellout night tonight. Yes. Stock-wise, we have very little stock left of this, so please, if you want it, check your baskets through, and if you're deciding, well, just take a look at how easy it is to use. We have got the most amazing product for you, the easiest way to make your own coffees at home. Having coffee like you buy in those coffee shops that are so expensive, but being able to make a range of coffee with this, the core espresso from your machine at home that is so compact and from a fabulous brand, the brand of Polti. Making the coffee for us today is Alan, bringing us a great machine and a great array of coffee, Alan.
Yes, super. But here's the thing, what a lot of people don't understand, well, I'm sure lots do, but people don't remember, is that the basis to every single good coffee, great coffee, is this. It's that shot of espresso. Now, we'll talk about the Solo pods in a little while and how amazing they are and the type of coffee that's in it, but this is the basis for everything. So let me show you right over the front. We have an espresso just here. That's what I've just poured. But then from that espresso, we can make ourselves a cortado. Then we can move up to our flat white, and these are the ones you see in the coffee shops that cost £3, £4, £5. Then you can move to your latte, and to one of the most popular ones, your cappuccino. All of those start from this one espresso shot. And I can't believe you can make all those coffees from that compact machine. Yeah, I've got to say, it must be the most compact coffee maker I've seen,
But you'd think it would only make espressos. I can't believe you can do everything else.
The thing about it is, and where coffee shops excel in things, is being able to froth that milk. So we can froth our own milk here with the steam wand. Okay, what coffee would you like? I'm going to prove to you by turning this coffee here into something for you. What would you like?
Cappuccino.
Cappuccino.
Okay, right. So here's what we need to do first of all. Okay, so we will now get our milk into our jug. Now you can see here on our steam wand, and always move this with this little handle here, because this stays cool all the time. So you have two settings. You have the frothy one just here, or if I twist this around here, it's to give us the hot milk, or to give us the froth. So you decide which one you want. If you don't want the froth, then that you can stay away from that if you want.
Okay.
But in this instance, we want froth. So I'm going to pop in the frother, and here on the side, I'm going to press first of all the steam button on the front. And now, when that stops the flash, I'm going to roll this forward. And again, I'm in control of this as to how much steam.
Oh, wow.
I love that noise.
It's like the ones in the coffee shop, yeah.
How familiar is that sound?
Absolutely.
And this is what makes the difference. Now, remember cappuccino, we're wanting a little bit more froth. So we will adjust that wand up and down to give us lots of froth. If we're getting too much, you can drop it down a little and it will stop giving you froth. And you will start getting used to exactly what you're wanting. And now we have beautiful frothy milk. Check that out. Now, here's a top tip. The minute you do that, always have a damp cloth and give your steam wand a little bit of a wipe and give it a little bit of a steam through. That's what you must do for cleaning.
Okay, fab.
Now, here's our cappuccino cup just here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in the espresso that we made a little bit earlier on. And now, all we need to do is to get that warmed milk, or that hot milk.
Look at the
Oh, wow.
Pour it in, and then finish it off with that froth on the top. Now I filled that up loads and loads and loads because I want you to be able to see that froth on that. And now we will simply sprinkle it with some of the chocolate dust, lots of it, and as requested,
oh my goodness,
here you go.
And that is going to be so expensive in a shop.
What, you're going to pay £3.45, £3.50, £3.80 some places, and in fact some of the higher end coffee shops will charge you £4.80 for that.
I'm going to have to go straight in.
Oh,
go in for it.
Don't go down your
spill
front.
any.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that is good.
Made from the comfort of your own.
Sharing is caring.
Let's have some.
Good. It's still really full. But that's the consistency there, Al.
Yeah. So
Perfect coffee shop consistency.
absolutely. Now here's the thing, okay? A lot of people at home will say to themselves that they want to grind their own coffee beans and do that. That is froth with danger, okay? Because you have to get if you are grinding yourself, the right grind. If it's too fine, too coarse, you don't get the right coffee. But what Polti have done here, remember what we have Polti with 25 years experience, one of the brothers in the coffee industry. He has put all of the best coffee and his basic knowledge of 25 years into these solo pods.
Clever.
Now this one is a Vietnamese, okay? Now the reason it's solo is that all of the coffee comes from Vietnam that goes in here, and all of it comes from a single source, okay? It's from the same region. And he has made this and ground it to perfection, so it takes the guesswork out for you.
And the great thing is, in the bundle, you have got 54 of those pods to get you started.
3 different varieties.
18 of each. So this bundle is incredible. I think it's going to pay for itself before you know it, because of what you spend on coffee every day of the week.
Well, coffee's become so expensive, hasn't it? The fact you've got 3 different types of coffee included with your bundle, the usual price would be almost £219 for the combined bundle that we've got for you. You're getting your machine, you're getting all your accessories, and you're getting 3 types of coffee for less than £150. It's £51.98 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you use PayPal Pay in 3 and you pay online. Easiest way to shop, shopontvlive.co.uk. You're getting coffee from Vietnam. We just saw the Vietnam. That's that morning kick, if you like.
And that's the nice thing. You've got a coffee for every time of the day. You've got that coffee to give you a kickstart in the morning. You've got that smoother coffee for a little bit later on in the afternoon. That's the Uganda. And then you've got a little bit later on, perhaps you need a little bit of a oomph, and it's still a smooth coffee, but it's got that little bit more. So really giving you that excitement for the day, refreshing you, I think, the Tanzania.
Now you're seeing right here that you can also use ground coffee.
That's
in
great.
this
So you
machine.
don't have to always use the pods.
So you're not tied to the pods when
Brilliant.
you don't want to use them. You can use any type of ground coffee to make those espresso shots that are the core of every coffee that you
Didn't
saw.
realise that, did you? Probably that it is that espresso that starts all of those fabulous coffees. We'll even be showing you an iced coffee and how you can do hot chocolate and tea in here as well.
Hot chocolate and tea as well.
Honestly, this is, I think, a necessity for any kitchen, and the great thing is the size of it will fit into any kitchen. Perhaps you've dreamt of a coffee maker, but you know your kitchen just hasn't got the space. You have got the space for this.
Tiny footprint, and the fact that it can do everything that those big, huge machines in the coffee shops can do.
versatile.
And once you get that smell, you can smell that aroma of that beautiful coffee. It really brings that wonderful experience home. And instead of going out and going to your local coffee shop in the morning, and don't not go to them still, you know, you're going to do it now and again. Make it yourself and use it. And you know the thing is, if you average these to 30 to 100 and 50, how many pods do we get? We're getting 80. There's 54.
54.
That's what I was trying to say. So you've averaged £3 a cup that you would spend out. That's over £150, and you're getting that many pods with this machine. So if you can kind of work that.
That's it. It's going to pay for itself, isn't it? Really, quite quickly.
Alan's just showing us how straightforward and simple this is. Whether you're using ground coffee or you're using the pods, we'll show you ground coffee.
And you get 3 different filters, and it's really easy to know which one to use.
Yeah, well, let me show you that. So this is the portafilter number 1. Okay, here you can see here that I put it into the group handle, and this one with the little star function inside is the one for the coffee pod that you get with this. If you want to use ground coffee, well, we give you this one here and this one. Single shot, double shot here, okay? So you get all of those with it. Brilliant. So let me show you how easy it is to make a coffee. Pop your pod in, and simply, I'm bit back to front here, we simply get the group handle and we turn that in like that, make sure it's locked into place. And then up here on the front, what we can see is we have our power button on. We're on steam at the moment. Press any button to bring it back here so these lights are all on.
Right.
In this instance, we want a single cup, so we simply press and we will see that that will start to pour. Now remember, the perfect beans have been ground to the perfect grind, the perfect fineness, to give us the perfect shot of espresso. And remember, the Italians are behind this, Polti Italian family, and it comes up when you see that here, how amazing this looks.
Stefano, the brother, I mean, he's been into coffee, I think, for years and
25 years.
But obviously worked with Polti for many years as well, but wanted to bring his coffee passion and his knowledge that he's learned over the last 25 years into the business, and that's exactly what he's done, and he's done it with such an amazing machine, which is fabulous.
Yeah, that was Stefano and Francesca Polti that you saw just there. So we've got our espresso shot.
Yeah.
It's time to order up another coffee.
Okay, so let's do a flavoured latte, shall we? That's really a big popular one as well. So we'll get our little latte glass just there. We've already got our espresso here with a beautiful crema on top. So what we're going to use is we're going to do a caramel latte. How does that sound? So what I like to do is, rather than just pouring this straight in, what I like to do is I like to coat the glass with the, actually this is starting to run out, so I'm going to pour it from the bottle because we've been using it this afternoon making wonderful coffees. So we just pour that in around the lip like that. So when the coffee pours and the milk goes in, it's going to take the flavour all the way down the side. So we've done what I consider to be the hard work, which is not hard work in any way, shape or form. And I'm now going to pop over here, and I'm going to now use, again, our wand, pop this into the milk. Remember, on the front, we press the button here for steam, just up here where my finger is pointing, and you'll see that flash for a moment. While it builds up that steam, it's ready now. It takes seconds, it really does. In goes that milk, and again, or that wand into the milk, and here we go. Bringing that down, listening for that sound, and you will get used to this and what it will do and the effect that it will give you on the amount of foam that you have, whether you want it to be really foamy or not so foamy. Latte will have a little bit of foam, And now we're just getting that heated up. Keep an eye on the temperature on the side.
It's also
just
the,
like that.
the texture to the milk, isn't
Absolutely.
it? It changes it completely.
It really does. Turn that off when you have the milk to the temperature you want. Now remember, you must always use a damp cloth and just clean off that just
That's
there.
a great top tip. That's going to keep it clean.
Keep that
all
clean.
the time.
If you leave that to dry the milk on, it's really hard to get out.
And how quick and easy is that if you get into the habit of doing that every single time?
Really
Making
simple.
coffee is going to be so simple with this.
Now we've got our syrup in here. We're now going to pour in our shot of espresso just there. And again, let me just tidy up as I go along, because a clean barista is always the better barista.
We'll come back if you're clean.
Barista. So simple. You don't need skills at all. You just literally need...
And that's the great thing. You're going to think you're a barista, but actually you're not. It's just you at home making fabulous coffee for friends that have come round for a cup of coffee. What do you fancy?
And you've got to remember, this machine will make all those milk favourite coffees, as well as your espresso. Lots of machines.
Colours.
Yeah. That's
Look at those colours.
That's the most exciting bit, isn't it? Watching the milk settle. I mean, that looks amazing.
Do you want to go first?
No, you go first. You
Now,
go first.
some people like to have a latte with quite a bit of foam on it. Some people like a wet latte.
Well, you make it
wet.
bespoke,
you
don't
make
you?
it bespoke. You make it the way you want it to be.
Oh, that's like a dessert.
Oh, you really have got a moustache now.
Have I?
Definitely.
Apologies.
Oh, let me...
Go on, your turn. Oh, that is good. Isn't that? It's
wow.
It's like a dessert.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever had a caramel latte.
That's beautiful.
Oh, caramel latte is beautiful.
Let me look after that for you.
That is
syrups everywhere. You know, you can get the syrups. You get butterscotch. You can get.
And in the seasons, it's nice to do sort of Christmassy ones and things like that, isn't it? So absolutely.
Yeah.
And then in the summer, you can be doing your iced coffees as well. It's so versatile. That is just. That's my favourite.
Made a right mess on there. Look at what I've made. Oh, I've made a complete mess.
It is an incredible machine. Pop it in your basket, check your baskets through. Stock-wide, 50% of that stock
going on tonight?
now sold out and gone. We've already had a Polti sellout, and it's an amazing little machine. And it's so compact, but it does so much.
Well, we just saw there all the different types of coffee that you can make in this machine. Remember, this deal does include 54 of those solo origin pods. However, you can also use your favourite ground coffee. That's why I love it. So you never get stuck on one type of coffee.
No,
it's really versatile.
It's super versatile. And of course, you've got the milk frother.
Yeah.
And that's got two different settings as well, the milk frother. So it allows you to do the really frothy milk for your cappuccino, but then it also does more textured milk. And that could be for a latte or a hot chocolate. You can even heat up water so you can make a cup of tea.
Yep.
So versatile. And the lovely thing is, it fits into everybody's kitchen. Or could even go into a really nice posh bedroom if you want to wake up to a cup of coffee. But when you actually see it in action,
look at that.
when you see the crema on the top, I mean, it makes the most incredible coffee, doesn't it?
And that's just your espresso, but that's not all it does. It'll make all those favourite milky drinks as well, from your cappuccinos, your lattes, your flat whites, whatever coffee. Because of how Hayley said, it changes the texture to the milk. So you've got all your favourites in a really nice compact machine.
50% of that stock gone. More people now putting it into baskets. We're very low on stock on this. Think about Father's Day. Great Father's Day present. Great gift for someone that's just got married, perhaps, or just moved into a new home, or as a wedding gift, because it's something that is different. And every home will benefit from a coffee machine like this. And honestly, you'll be blown away with the taste, and you will absolutely be blown away with the ease of use too. Sean was ready for that coffee.
I could just drink that right now.
It's the best of coffees. So do check your baskets through. But we've got to get back to our steam cleaning system, and it's a steam mop that turns into a handheld that has 19 accessories, which has an amazing deal, and the stock of this is absolutely flying. It's allowing us to do our whole home with one product and no chemicals.
Well, when you look at it here as a steam mop, brilliant for all your floors, but all these accessories that are included, in fact, the most accessories I think we do on any steam cleaning system. 19 accessories in total included, and what a great price.
You've got window squeegees, you've got the brushes, you've got rectangular brushes, round brushes, you've got the brush that does the grouting, you've got the carpet and rug glider as well, the concentrate. You've got everything there to allow you to do, well, take a look, to do so much. It allows you to use it all around your home. So whether you are doing all those sealed floors, or whether you're doing the carpets or the rugs, or whether you're using it as the handheld to then use it around the bathroom and around the kitchen. Because when you use Polti steam, you kill up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses on impact, like that. So you know you've got a proper deep down clean. And because sadly our cats and dogs don't wipe their feet, they don't wipe with the bottoms, and they walk onto your floors, they sit their bottoms down, and then your little one crawls across
Laying
the floor,
on the floor,
touches
that
their
same floor
face,
surface,
drops the dummy, puts it back into their mouth. And if you knew what was on that floor, there's no way you'd have that 5-second rule.
No.
You'd be like, no, throw it in the bin. This is allowing you to deep down clean, but not just floors. Every work surface area, cleaning area, could be the high chair. This is fantastic.
The entire home, killing and eliminating up to 99.9% of germs, viruses and bacteria. It's got a carpet glider. You can use it on all your hard floors, your sealed wooden floors you can use it on. As a handheld, all these accessories that we're showing you are all included. So whether you're doing the cooker hood, whether you're doing the kitchen, the bathroom, it really doesn't matter. You can use it around the whole of your home, and no chemicals, no toxins.
So kinder to yourself, because you're not using chemicals, but you are killing up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses with the power of Polti steam. Kinder to your pocket, because you're not buying those really expensive cleaning products. And kinder to the environment, you're not putting those horrible chemicals into the water table. All these accessories means every job can be done. And if you use this on sort of shiny areas, whether it's chrome or whether it's windows or mirrors, no smears, no sticky residue left that attracts the dust and makes areas dirty quicker, which you do leave with sprays and things. It is silky clean. It's crystal clean, and it seems to stay cleaner for longer. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but I think this is one of the biggest things you'll find when you first use it. It seems glistening clean.
It does, yeah.
But it
For
stays
so long.
clean for so long.
It does, because when you use a chemical, it leaves a sticky residue behind. So when you go back to walk on the floor, it feels as though your feet are sticking to it. Well, if you're sticking to it, that means that the dirt and the dust stick to it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's a vicious circle all the time. But when you use steam, only thing you're leaving behind is a clean surface. So, you know, it's going to look clean.
It's so satisfying.
And, you know, when you, let's say you've steam cleaned and then you go out and you come back in the home, it's just so fresh somehow.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's that.
fresh.
I always say it's like when you go to the seaside, to the coast, and you walk down the coast front, and you come in and you just smell fresh, don't you?
does.
I feel it's after it's rained.
Yes.
It just seems, and it's just like that. Oh,
It's got no particular fragrance.
No, it just seems so clean
It
and
does.
fresh.
Yeah,
it really
absolutely.
So we're going to do floors first, aren't
Yeah,
we?
because I mean, probably that's something that you'll probably do on a, I don't know, daily basis, once a week.
Yeah.
Well, it's entirely left to you. Heat up time 20 seconds, so it's so good to get out and just quickly
My
run
mum
over the floor.
swears by it for her floors.
Yeah.
Especially when my brother comes round with the dogs and their dirty feet. And, and as soon as they got steam clean, it's behind the back door.
Yeah.
Absolutely loves
And
it.
plus the fact is the steam will also help to pick up really fine particles of dust.
Right.
So you're not only sort of cleaning that surface, you're literally dusting that surface at the same time.
Brilliant.
Now the alternative is, you know, is probably we've all had one of these.
Yeah,
You know,
it might be what you used
We've
to.
used them for years, haven't we?
Yeah, for
and I
a
thought,
few years ago.
I'm cleaning the floor.
Well, yeah. Well, you would, because that's what we were led to believe. And I suppose there is a very tiny proportion of that floor might be clean, and it might just be that bit there. Because whatever's on that bit there is now going to be spread all the way across
Yeah,
the
because
floor.
now that's on the mop, isn't it? So
Yes.
if that was a dog wee or whatever that might be, a bit of the
You're
chicken
moving
juice,
it all around
you're
the
now
floor.
spreading it all over.
There you are.
And then if you
it
put
all
that
around
back
floor.
in the bucket,
Yeah,
then putting that in the bucket.
exactly.
So now that water has also got the wee or the
And then you're
chicken
going to go
juice.
on to the next
Onto
floor.
another
Then you're
floor.
spreading it on a different floor because it's in your water. Absolutely. And then can you see how that's going to dry? And you know this, don't you? It'll all be watermarked and nasty.
Either
and
that,
sticky under your feet.
either that, you've done it once with the chemical, then you think, well, I can't leave that like that. So then you'll rinse, get fresh water,
and do
and I'll
another
do it again.
round.
So that's twice.
Yeah.
Then it's very wet.
So
And
then
so
you're
you think, well, go and get the, you know, the towel
The
or
kitchen
something,
paper
kitchen
or-
bowl, you know, and all
Used
that.
to be, you couldn't come in the house, could you, if your mum had done the kitchen?
Don't come in the
floor?
kitchen.
No, don't
Don't
come.
walk on me
Stay
floor.
outside, however
Get the
cold it
windows
is.
open.
Got to wait for the floor to dry. Whereas steam is so different.
Well, you've done the floor 3 times and you've
Yeah.
still not achieved
Still
anything.
not
got there, yeah.
You know, because all you're doing is just taking it from one surface to the next. Now, all you need to do is fill this with tap water. Doesn't have to be anything fancy because there's a filter inside there, so that'll help keep all your lime scale out of the boiler and all the rest of it. And then literally it will start to heat up. You can then choose what surface you're going to use it on. So we've got sealed wooden floors, we've got hard floors, we've even can use it on carpets as well. Now I'm going to put it onto the maximum because of the hard floor, okay? Because I think I want a quick job. Now, what you
It is quick.
I mean,
okay?
we say 20 seconds. It's like, oh,
That's
gosh,
even quicker
we're
than
ready,
that, isn't
we're
it?
off.
Right, so we're ready. So literally, I'm going to go from one corner to the next because I'm sanitising every bit of that floor, okay? Also, I'm going to lift that off because I want just one pass over.
So one pass.
Yeah.
And you can see how crystal clear that is.
Absolutely.
It's drying already.
Yep.
But what you've also done is you've picked up the dirt that was there that you could possibly see, but you've also picked up the dirt that you can't see.
Yes.
For the germs, bacteria, viruses. You've killed that stretch on that one passover up
Yep.
to 99.9% of germs, bacteria, viruses.
Absolutely. And also in the grouting as well,
Yes.
not just on the tiles.
Yes.
Now, if this was, I was still using the mop and bucket method, yes, I'd be fine to go on to the next floor. But when I got to the wooden floor, I wouldn't want to use a mop and bucket on that. And then when I got to the carpet, I couldn't use a mop and bucket on that. But I can use this on all those
All
floors.
floors, even carpets, and we'll show you that.
Yeah.
It refreshes your carpets for you. So you've not changed the cloth that's on
No,
there
don't
because
need
it's
to.
trapped all the dirt.
Yeah. It acts as a magnet, if you like. It
Okay.
creates a static charge between the steam and the cloth and the dirt. And it pulls it onto the cloth and it holds it into position.
So you don't spread it at all. It
No,
locks
not
it.
at all. And also it's maintaining that temperature. So whatever it picks up, it's literally sanitising and deodorising. But eventually the cloth will become that full and you'll know, because it'll start to smear and you'll think to yourself, right, need to put
Time to
fresh
wash
cloth
it,
on
yeah.
or wash it.
And they wash brilliantly.
They
And you
do.
get so many cloths in there, so you've got enough to have one on the machine, one in the wash. haven't
Yeah,
you?
absolutely. And the thing is as well, I would suggest you wash the cloth before you start to use
Right.
them.
Good tip.
Because it's like your towels, it just
Yeah, so any of the
kickstarts them.
cloths that come alongside the machine, put them straight into the washing machine
Yeah.
and you're ready to go. Great.
No fabric conditioner, because obviously...
And don't panic if you do wash it with fabric conditioner one time, just wash it again without.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll go back. It just stops
Yeah.
the absorbency, doesn't it? fabric
Absolutely.
conditioner?
Puts a coating on it, and that's not what you want, basically. Now, stubborn stains. There's 2 ways of doing this, whichever way you want to do it. You can either get the steam and hold it over the surface for a few seconds. That will then start to break down that dirt, and then literally you're going to steam it away, okay? That's one way of doing it. If you've got a really stubborn stain, if you notice on the back, there's a scrubbing brush, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So you've got an extra bit of
Great.
elbow
Ours
grease.
hasn't got that.
No.
And it is really good
It's
to
a
have.
good bonus, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
The real stubborn
Especially if
dirt,
you've got
like you
pets
say.
and things.
So,
So
now,
you can loosen it off with that brush and then steam over the top.
steam over the top.
Brilliant.
So that's got rid of that. Or if it's just general, everyday, normal dirt, you probably might not even need to use that because your steam will do exactly what you want it
Now
to
that
do.
floor would be so unforgiving if there was anything left behind,
Yeah,
if it wasn't all
absolutely.
trapped in there.
Smear or,
If
yeah.
you'd have picked up dirt from another floor like you did,
Yeah.
but it's trapped that dirt.
It's all going on there.
Oh, and
Yeah.
when you look underneath there and
Yeah,
see
it's all going on
the
there.
dirt that's there, ooh.
And you know that floor now visually is clean.
Yes.
And it dries so quickly.
It
But you
does.
know as well you've got rid of the dirt you can't see. So the germs, bacteria, every cough, every sneeze ends up on the floor. The pet's paws, the pet's bottoms when they sit
Yep.
there. You know you've cleaned that to the best of your ability. Or chicken juice and things as you take
Yeah.
it
Around the bin.
and things,
Yeah.
yeah.
In the front
Oh,
of the toilet.
Around the bin, around the toilet.
Inside the
Yes.
bin.
Yeah, absolutely.
yes.
For smells
Great
and
for getting
things.
rid of the smell of a bin because a
Yeah.
bin can be stinking.
Oh, it
can't
can. And especially, I mean, I've even done my big dustbin
Yes. The
outside.
The big wheelie bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big wheelie bins, you know, so you've got all those different ones. Now, I just want to go on to the wooden floor just
Okay.
before, because the thing is with wooden floors, not all steam mops are designed for your sealed wooden
And
floors.
why is that, Bev?
Because it overwets them. If
Right.
you know, and
Floods
yeah,
the floor,
it does.
doesn't it? And you're not allowed
And
to
it
get them
just
too
ruins
wet.
the glue that's
So
underneath.
what's the difference with the Polti steam to regular sort of
Right,
steam?
super dry heated steam.
Temperature, yeah.
Okay, so it's forced out at such pressure, it's dry steam, but it's maintaining that pressure to be able to say it kills 99.9% of all the germs and viruses, which is most important because a lot of them will do germs, but they don't do the viruses as
the
well.
level, isn't it?
Because you need a hotter temperature to do that.
And it holds at that temperature as well.
It
doesn't
does,
It never
yeah.
gets lower
And
than
you'll
that.
notice the difference of how it doesn't soak the floor because it is this dry
Yeah.
steam, and how the wet that is there dries so super quickly, and that's why you can use this on a sealed wooden floor, and
You can.
and it works so well, Bev.
And also, you've got a wooden floor set in, because what that will do, it just reduces the force of the steam. Doesn't reduce the temperature. It's still doing the same job. It's just reducing the force of steam because you don't need it to be quite so powerful.
Great.
Okay? Now, if you want to polish your wooden floor, then what I suggest you do is get beeswax from the supermarket, put a little bit on the cloth underneath, and then steam your wooden floor.
Good idea.
So then you
Because
polish
you
it
will
as well.
polish, yeah, and also it smells lovely.
Yeah, I mean, it looks amazing already, doesn't it? I mean, that floor looks new again. Because sometimes I think when we do use cleaning products, sometimes you'll think you've damaged the floor. It seems
goes
to have
dull,
yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
it's got like a film across the top.
How many of you at home have looked and thought, oh, better shut that curtain, the sunlight's making a difference.
fading the
Fading
floor.
the floor. It's not that, it's a build-up of the chemical that you're cleaning it with. And that's what makes it look dull. It looks like a grey sort of film that's on it. You start to steam, it might take a couple of times, but eventually it will remove all that stubborn bit that you've left behind from the chemicals, and then what you will see is the glory of the wood of what you brought it for in the first place.
And you'll notice the difference. So versatile. You're seeing it as an upright at the moment, but you can use this all around the home on any washable surface area as your handheld as well. And even if you've got to do SOS cleaning, someone's coming round to say,
Quick.
and you've got to clean up quick, it's ready in 20 seconds and you know you're cleaning properly without any chemicals.
You just saw the Fresco Vapor there if you want a nice natural fragrance. Details for that just at the bottom of the screen for you. There's a lavender or there's a pine option if you want that nice fresh fragrance around the home, but no chemicals, no toxins. Effective on all floor systems. So we just showed you on wood. You can even use it on carpets, remember, as long as you use that carpet glider, carpets and rugs to refresh those brilliantly. It removes the stubbornest of dirt because you can use that brush on the back of the machine and then it breaks down to a handheld in a matter of moments. Really easy. 19 accessories, Hayley.
Fabulous.
Most, I think, we do on any steam mop.
For anything like the shower door, windows, mirrors, completely smear-free. The result is incredible. Grouting all around the bathroom, around the taps, and get right behind the toilet and around the toilet seat. But then, of course, sanitising, deodorising all of those washable areas, like your clothes, sofas, armchairs. Sometimes that smell in your home can be in your carpets, can be in your curtains, the wet dog smell or the smell of the food that you cooked. This will get rid of those smells and clean all of those areas and breaks down grease, so for the extractor hoods and things like that, but all in an instant. So when you've got a machine like this that does every single job, you can clean the whole of your home in such a shorter amount of time.
Yeah.
And I know this sounds crazy, but honestly, once you've used steam, when you use it for the first time, well, I'm still like it. It's like you see it for the first time. You clean the bath, especially the bathroom. The bathroom seems to get really grotty, you know, dead skin cells and all the bit. And you clean it, and it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like crystal clean.
It's that shine.
The biggest thing is, every time you walk in, it seems to stay like that for so long.
It does, absolutely.
Whereas if I sprayed and wiped something to be quick, that'd be dirty again.
It attracts dirt.
And also, when you use that spray and wipe stuff, it leaves sort of a stagnant type of smell as the bit of bacteria seems to cling back to it. And you get that sort of... I mean, you've been in sort of public toilets and occasionally they're clean.
Yes.
You know, and you go in and it's this funny smell.
it's
fine
yeah.
You know, and you just think to yourself, they've been cleaning, but they haven't actually cleaned.
It's just that artificial cover-up, that masking of the smells, isn't it?
But when you've used this,
there's no...
just fresh.
It's fresh. That's the best way to explain it. And the
just
fact you can use it from the floors to the handheld in a matter of
And
seconds.
it's so easy. Look at this.
Yeah.
We don't like instructions and we don't like anything complicated, do we? And Polti, I think, understand how we think and make everything so easy.
Absolutely, else otherwise, you know, we'd be really struggling. There's a button at the back which you press just there and that releases the handle, okay? Same with the base. You just put buttons just there, pull it out and you're hand free, okay? Don't discard that bit for the moment because you could use that with the carpet glider and use it for your mattress.
Oh gosh,
so you can actually sanitise your mattress, also your pillows. But also, I'll tell you now, that will make the best wallpaper stripper that you've ever had. Because now you put that in there and you can use that as a wallpaper stripper.
Brilliant.
So it's super versatile.
Super versatile.
So many uses. Loads of the stock now gone. You do need to check your baskets through. We're coming towards, well, we've got another 40 minutes left. Have we got 40 minutes worth of stock? Well, we had a really busy night. We've had a sell-out already tonight. What you must do is check your baskets through. Do not be disappointed that you miss out on this, because once you've cleaned with steam, you'll realise so many people are like, why didn't I do this years ago? Why didn't I? Not only the difference of the finished item, how clean things are, but the money you save not buying clean.
Well, they do say that we spend about between £350 and £450 a year on cleaning products.
Easily.
Plus the fact is, all that goes into the water table. You're also inhaling a proportion of that. And it's also getting on your hands and things. And you just think to yourself, like I did many years ago, there's got to be an easier way to clean.
A better way, absolutely.
And that's how I came into steam. Now, I like a good quality product. If I'm going to buy a product for home,
you want it to last.
I will save up, wait. You know, try and get the best washing machine I can afford and all the rest of it. So therefore, when they bring these steam cleaners out, and I look at one or two of them, and I think to myself why do you even bother? Because it's just like, toys.
I know.
They're plastic, they're horrible.
I know we've discussed this before, and I know exactly the product you're talking about. And it is, you touch it and you think it feels like a child's toy. The quality is, we've had our steam cleaner for about 17 years.
We tried to remember, didn't we?
And
honestly, the actual accessories...
We used it the other day, didn't we? The one we were talking about.
Everything is still fantastic. We've probably got one brush that perhaps will need replacing soon.
Yeah.
That's not bad, is it?
No.
After all that
The
time.
quality of everything is just so good.
Well, this is it. I mean, when you're buying stuff today, you know, money's hard earned. And I
Yeah.
think you want to buy something that you know is going to do what it says on the box, and you're going to have a product that's going to last. I mean, this is just one of the tools that they've sent you. I mean, look at the quality of this. Also, look at the quality of the part where they actually clips
That one
the
touch
cloth back
fasten.
to it. Yeah.
It's really sturdy,
It
really
is,
strong.
Yeah, I mean,
isn't
you
it?
fight to get it off. I'll
Yeah,
tell you once you've used it.
The other thing that Polti are really good for, Bev, is the service and the
Yes.
warranties and everything.
Absolutely. I mean, if you have any problems with any of Polti's products, you pick the phone up. They're based in Manchester here. They actually come and collect your product from home. You don't struggle back with a great big box to the post office. You know, they'll come and collect it. But what I like about it is they'll either exchange or repair it, but they get it back in your home between 5 to 7 working days.
Brilliant.
I
Great
think
service.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
incredible, isn't it?
I think it's
Absolutely.
fantastic.
That's the confidence they have in their products, and it's a passion for them to make products that people want, that work brilliantly, and that's exactly what you get with Polti. Now, this is exactly the same machine that we used as our upright sort of mop. We've now turned it into the handheld, like Bev showed you, and instantly you can clean any washable surface area. So this could be our work surface top.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Kitchen top.
kitchen worktop, kitchen cupboards,
Yes.
the hob, you know, that over the top, the extractor
You
fan.
always say about, because all
Yeah.
the grease, it
Oh,
breaks that down.
absolutely.
And nothing breaks that down, I don't think.
No.
Whatever you've tried, there's always they're always sticky. There's still grease left.
Yeah.
When you clean with steam, it's crystal
And
clear.
look how quick
clean.
it's heated up.
I mean, that's 20 seconds.
They say 20
Yeah.
seconds, even quicker than
20
that.
seconds.
Who's been walking on your counter?
I don't know.
What's been going on?
I have to say, I do admire them to get the leg up that high.
Way!
You know, here
Perhaps
we
they've
go.
been cleaning their boots.
That
Yeah.
they have on the
Yeah.
counter.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Well
they
done,
weren't
eh?
on the kitchen counter,
No.
but their boots
Yes.
were.
And
Probably.
it traps all that dirt into those cloths, doesn't it?
Well, that's it. I mean, you're not moving it around, you're actually taking it away. And if I just do that bit there and just show you the back of the
Oh,
cloth
look at
very
that.
quickly, you can see exactly.
But it's not
where that's
smearing
going.
that because,
No.
like we were saying, it locks that dirt onto
Yeah.
the microfiber head. So you can carry on cleaning without transferring the dirt or any germs.
Exactly.
And the area you've covered, not only have you got rid of the visual dirt, you've also got rid of the dirt you can't see, the
I
bacteria.
mean, look at that. I mean, compared to that,
Amazing. So now we could make a sandwich on here.
Yes,
Chopping boards
Yes.
and things like that. Brilliant.
absolutely. I mean, if you think to yourself is, when you make a sandwich, you don't want to make a sandwich on something that you put a chemical on.
No.
Yeah, no. That's
You
what
know?
you see. I love a wooden chopping board, and I only
Yes,
really like
I
to
do.
work with a wooden chopping board.
Yes.
But I do worry that if you've done chicken on there,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
raw chicken,
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't really want to do my strawberries on it. And like you said, I don't want to spray a chemical on it because I
No.
don't want to do my strawberries on it then.
And you can't
Oh,
put them
no.
in the dishwasher
No,
because they fall
which
apart.
I've done in the past because they do completely.
why we know.
Right, yeah. Whereas this, you know you've cleaned it properly.
Exactly. But it's just satisfaction. It just knows that you're actually penetrating and getting into the crease, you know,
The
where
cut
the
marks,
yeah, where the
Getting
cut
right
marks
into
are.
those.
Yeah.
I think we
And that's
really
what you want.
appreciate now about germs, bacteria,
Yes.
viruses.
We know a lot more, don't
Yeah, I still wash my hands singing happy birthday twice.
What
But
about
what you've done
Power,
here
though.
is you've, with that powerful steam,
we? Yeah.
Yeah.
not only have you gotten rid of the dirt that you could
Oh.
see,
Yep.
it's also got all the germs and bacteria out, the cut marks.
Absolutely, yeah.
And now, had
Deep
you done
down
chicken
clean.
on there, you know
Yeah.
you've cleaned it as well as you could, killing up to 99.9% of germs and bacteria for you then to do your strawberries thing. That's why I think it's great for a high chair as well, because you don't
Oh,
put bleach
fabulous for that.
on a high chair
No, any
tray.
chemical.
And when the little ones just can eat their bits and pieces off the tray. So
You always start with a plate, but the food ends
Yeah.
up all over the...
What did
I think a lot of the time you just put it on the tray now, don't you? Because it's easier than
easier,
dirty on your
yeah.
plate.
George just used to put it all round about. I mean, I used to buy that Milton's. Is it Milton's Terrace?
Oh,
do they still make
yes,
that?
I think we do. do.
I used to buy it by the bucket load.
Yeah.
But you did because there was nothing else.
This replaces all of that, all of those chemical
I wish
cleaners.
I'd have got this. I mean, high chairs. I'll tell you, the other place which used to be a nightmare was her car seat.
Yes.
Because, you know, she'd have
They're
a
always
sandwich
eating in
or
the car,
yeah, absolutely.
Keep them busy.
Yeah, then
I don't
she'd
know why I
throw
just
up.
thought of this.
Nice.
No, yeah, it was lovely.
What about a potty? Because if you want to put the potty
no,
in
I'm
the
all
back
right
of the
at the
car,
minute.
you know, if
for
you're
now.
travelling,
Give her 5 minutes.
you might need it in a minute. If you're travelling, again, I'd be a bit uncertain how clean is that potty to put it in the car and take it on holiday. Whereas you know you could steam it clean, then put it in the car and
Well, you
Brilliant.
could. I
you're
mean,
off and away.
oh, and if you've got caravans and you're going to be opening them up for Easter.
Just refreshing.
Oh,
everything.
what a fantastic way. Also, it helps to get rid of mould as well because it kills the spores that create the mould in the first place. So if you are going to open up a caravan and you think, you know, you've got any issues with damp or anything, steam it.
Complete system, isn't it?
Complete
You've got all the accessories for every single job. Can you show us
Everything.
some of the accessories?
Absolutely.
There's 19 in total.
Yep.
Just used that one,
just
didn't
look
we?
at the actual quality of this. I mean, it's unbelievable. That is fantastic for getting into the corner of the bath.
Yes.
Yes,
You know, on
right.
the top.
Nooks and crannies, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's where a lot of the dirt sort of holds, isn't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
And when you wipe a surface like that, it gets trapped in those corners.
Yeah,
Where
it does, where that gets right to it. That's fantastic for grout, but it's also very good at going along the edge of the shower tray.
Yes,
That's also a good place. Also, you can use that at the back of the oven because, if you notice, it's got the bristles at the
At
end.
the end as well.
You
So
know,
right
so you
into the
get-
back.
yeah,
Yes,
right into
great.
the back. Then you've got your normal standard brush, which you'll use probably 90% of the time. This one is a plug brush, but the thing is, with it being large and round, I use that for my patio furniture. And I think that,
So,
yeah,
yeah, round
because
and
it was
round,
really good.
brilliant.
You've got an extension pole, so if you don't want to get anywhere near underneath the toilet. You've also got an angled brush there, which you can get right underneath the toilet rim. So not only get rid of the germs, but it also helps to remove your lime scale, which blocks your toilets up.
I like that for the back of the hinges on a toilet as well. The brackets, yeah, brilliant for that.
That's why your brackets perish and your toilet seat becomes wobbly. It's because you've cleaned with a chemical and it's actually rotted
Broken
the
it
washer
down,
that's
yeah.
inside. This is your window squeegee. You've not only got the squeegee on the top, but you've also got a sponge there, so you can clean your windows.
And it's brilliant on windows, isn't it? That?
Mirrors,
Absolutely
wardrobes.
Crystal clean.
Brilliant for that. We're still really busy. If you've got this in a basket and you want to make sure you get hold of it, do confirm your order and check out.
So many. Though we are coming up to, well, we've just gone 2:30. Massively busy in baskets. Check your baskets through. Sadly, you are going to miss out on an amazing deal that we've got tonight. This is nice. So this goes on top.
This goes on top. Now that becomes your upholstery brush.
Yep.
Also doing your kitchen cupboards if you want to.
Brilliant.
Your counters if you want to use that instead of the triangle one. It's entirely
love
left
this
to you.
one.
Yeah, it's
And
fantastic.
not many of them come with this. This is another attachment that you've
And
got,
that can
which
get
is
right
great.
into the corners, obviously,
Yeah.
because of the shape of
And
it.
it's good for kitchen cupboards and things. This
Now
is
this-
your favourite.
Honestly, you know those towel rails that everybody says, oh, you need one of them chrome towel rails. Oh, dear.
They look lovely.
And they're lovely
when
when
you first buy 'em.
buy 'em, yeah. And then,
Watermark.
especially if you put a towel on
Toothbrush.
it, because
Toothpaste.
everything's on it, and you can never seem to get all the splodges off.
But
it.
this is brilliant because it goes in between the
Oh,
fins and
yes.
comes both. There
They
it is.
look
There you
like
go.
new again.
Yes, well, it wouldn't have been so bad if it was white. It's
Yeah.
well
Stainless
chrome.
steel, the chrome
Yeah,
finish.
exactly.
19 accessories, more accessories than we do, we think, with any other steam cleaner. Look at them all there.
Hey, and I tell you
all
one
of
thing.
those are included, and all of the cloths are included as
And you
well.
can see there, you're getting a double up on the cloths. They'll go in the washing machine. They wash absolutely brilliantly. The quality of the accessories, you know they're going to last. Comes with a 2-year warranty. Massive saving. But what you must do is check your baskets through. Though we're coming towards the end of the show, don't go to bed without checking your basket out, because we've already had sellouts tonight. And you really have got a product that you'll think, why didn't I buy one of these years ago?
Yeah, definitely.
So much easier to clean. And so the peace of mind that you've done a proper clean as well is fabulous.
Well, you're satisfied. You
And
know,
it's that time of year, isn't it, for a proper clean?
It is. I mean, the sun's shining. It's showing everywhere.
Showing
where it's
all
not
the
been
dirt
doing.
and the dust.
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, I open the front door, you know, the door jamb in between, just blast it out. Now, there's one thing I haven't shown you, we've just been that busy, is you've got the extension hose. And all of these that I've shown you fit onto the extension hose. So if you don't want to hold it, you can sit it down onto a worktop or whatever, and then you've got your extension hose and you can use it to do the cleaning. So all in all, I think you've got a fantastic system that not only will do the inside of your home, but you can utilise it for your patio furniture and outside.
Barbecues. It's going to be brilliant.
It's so versatile, and it will be one of the products where you think, why didn't I buy this years ago? It is effective, it is powerful, it will work on all your floors, even sealed wooden floors and carpets with the carpet glider or rugs. It will kill up to 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. And remember, it's not just a steam mop, because you can adapt it then into the handheld, and you have 19 accessories, all these accessories that we're seeing. You can use it all around your home for all those washable areas, all the work surface areas, the kitchen, the bathroom, where those real germs are. You know you've done a deep down clean.
It's not yours till you check out and confirm your order, though. As Hayley said, we've already had sellouts in the show. You can spread the cost at $48.65 on your first of 3 PayPal payments if you want to use PayPal if you're paying online. Got to remind you of the Fresco Vapor as well. This isn't a chemical cleaner. It just adds a lovely natural fragrance. However, the lavender option that I've got here, you get 2 of the bottles.
Something else limited stock.
Limited stock in the lavender option. It's also available in a pine option. You get 2 bottles for $14.90. It won't be any extra on your postage. 862764. I would definitely add that in just to have that lovely natural fragrance around the home.
It's a limited stock night tonight, and limited stock means we're down to the final 10% of the product, so please do check your baskets out. We had that earlier on with the iron, what happened, sold out and went. We're busy on so many different items, but honestly, hand on heart, once you clean with steam, you'll never want to clean any other way. If by chance you go back to cleaning a different way, you'll think, God, I got dirty quick. You won't believe how crystal clear everywhere is, but how it seems to stay cleaner for longer. Check your baskets through, but something else that's been really busy, and we'll be absolutely honest, we're down to a very small amount of stock now, is our coffee machine, but it's a real favourite.
It really is. So full details there for your steam cleaner, 079663. Remember your postage, $6.95 there on your steam mop. The coffee machine, my word, this is a real favourite. Over half of the stock has gone. We were lucky enough to do that first show with this, Hayley, and when we saw it, we thought, oh, is it just espressos? Because it looks like an espresso maker, but it makes all your different types of coffee as well, doesn't it?
It's super compact, but because it has got a milk frother that has 2 different settings, whatever coffee you drink, you'll be able to make from this really compact machine, about the size really of a toaster. One button, you know, one press of a button and you're ready to go. And whether you're using the pods, and you get 54 of the tastiest pods, 3 different variations, or you can use your favourite ground coffee. So simple to make the best espresso, but then with the milk frother, make your lattes, your cappuccinos.
Now, it does come with 54 coffee pods included in the bundle. If you are looking for more coffee, if you've already bought the machine or you want to add more coffee in, you'll go to the website, type in coffee, and we've got a mixed pack, or you can go for your favourites if you know exactly what you want. All different selections and prices there available for you. You'll find them on the website. Just put in coffee on the search bar.
Because with the machine, you actually get the 3 variations that we do. You can see which is your favourite, and you can buy extra coffees from us, you know, in the future, but it's all right there. Honestly, you won't believe how great it's going to look in your kitchen. You're not going to believe how easy it is to make those very expensive coffees that we often buy. This machine, in that respect, will probably pay for itself very, very quickly. But, my goodness, the flavours and the tastes are fabulous.
The taste of the coffee is superb. So let's get in the kitchen and make some coffees. It's such a great machine because it's so versatile as well. You don't have to just use the pods.
That's
you can also use ground coffee.
Yes, you can,
that's
absolutely.
very true.
Again, we have some ground coffee here. I will make a ground coffee for you a little bit later.
So these are the 3 filters you get?
Yes, indeed. So the double one here, which is for your ground coffee, the single shot one just here, and then of course you have got this here. These are called portafilters basically, and the portafilter for the one for the pods is the one with that little star just inside there. You'll recognize that. So that's the one made to fit
so you can't go wrong.
But remember, that pod has been ground to perfection for that particular coffee bean.
We've tasted
so
we agree.
Let me talk you through everything. So what you will get your group handle just here. That's what this is called, this part just here. Then you get your portafilters which fit inside, and then you've got your group head which is up underneath here. Now there's no need really to clean this except if you're using ground coffee yourself.
Right.
What I always suggest is after using it, give that a wipe with a damp cloth, because if not you're leaving coffee there and it might get a burnt sour taste, so just clear that off. So just to show you the motions again of how to make this, and I'm going to treat myself here to a latte that I love and show you to a flat white that I love.
Sean's favourite.
So
flat white.
In it goes just there. Okay, it's simple. You don't have to put it in any particular way, and literally bring this up, introduce this then to the group head and turn it so it locks into position. There's an arrow telling you close and open. Really straightforward.
That looks really easy because some of them, Alan, can be really awkward.
Can be really awkward. Now, just to show you, we don't have to. I've been using this little shot glass to pour into. We can pour directly into the cup or the what are you going to use, or the glass. So I'm going to press on this here to turn this back on. See that I'm wanting a single cup just here, and you'll notice these lights are on. It'll give us the coffee come through. Press it, and again within seconds it's ready to go. The reservoir at the back holds around 1.5 litres of water. That's going to last for ages because you're only using a little bit of water, a shot, because the rest of it you're just using steam to heat your milk. Even though that is using some of the water, that will last a long time. Brilliant. Now remember, what we do then once we have that is we come back up to the machine itself and we tell our machine that we want to use steam. So we'll see the steam button just here. Press that, it will flash till it's ready. Okay,
I know how to use it already. It's so
simple and easy. Yeah, it really is.
And that's the nice thing. Perhaps you've looked at coffee machines and you think, oh God, it looks too complicated for me, that, and it's too big. Really compact but really easy as well.
The heat up's really quick as well, isn't it, Alan, when you turn it on?
Yeah, it's about 40 seconds you're ready to go.
Brilliant.
And if you leave it on by any chance, it will turn itself off after about 25 minutes as well. And by the way, the top of the machine is warm as well. So what you can do is leave your glasses and your cups up there, because sometimes when you make your favourite coffee into a cold cup, it can take the heat from it. You don't get that intense flavour. So put your cups on top like that, or whatever it might be. I've just got the glass there, and it will warm that beautifully for you. Again, heating up the milk now. I don't want much foam in this one. So now, again, just keeping an eye on the temperature here. You can get these jugs with a temperature gauge on the outside if you want, but you can just use that. Now, remember, please, I must tell you, golden rule, every time, damp cloth, then put that cloth down and turn the steam. By the way, that lets you see the amount of steam that comes out of there as well. Shows you how powerful it is. 15 bar of pressure is what we have. Now, I'm going to come around now and I'm going to make myself my lovely flat white. Now remember, we can put in as much or as little milk as we can. We can make it as short as we want or as long as we want, but generally this glass size is good for a flat white, and I'm just going to cut through that, and there we go. Oops, I've just put too much in. I tried to put a bit more in so you see the top of it.
Yeah.
But you can see now I have a beautiful flat white.
So you can see the difference from your cappuccino. The cappuccino is really nice and frothy, and we've really had all that froth on the top.
Get in there, Alan.
The flat white is more of a textured milk,
do you know
but
something?
Your actual steaming one will do both of those for you and get it bespoke for what you want to use it for, which is brilliant, isn't it?
How was it? Was it good, Alan?
Beautiful. As you know, myself and my lovely wife Ellie, we have a coffee shop, and we genuinely thought we had incredible tasting coffee. I can tell you this right now, hand on my heart, we're going to be moving to these. It is so perfect. It is so beautiful.
And so easy.
And
That's the
gorgeous.
great thing.
It's
You
gorgeous.
dig into that flat white.
And so affordable. You're making these at home. You're making, on average, or sort of a general price, it'd be about 50 pence a cup, and that's including sort of thought about putting the milk in and things like that.
And that's been really generous.
Really generous
on cost.
And
it's
then
probably less than.
Think about what you'd spend for those coffees normally, and this machine I think will pay for itself so quickly. And whether you're buying it for yourself. Oh, what a great gift.
Brilliant gift for any coffee lover in your life. Maybe it's a Christmas present you're thinking of. It'd be perfect, wouldn't it? And what a great bundle. You're getting the machine that's really going to fit into any kitchen because of the size.
So if you are buying it as a gift, you know it will fit into their kitchen. It's not a massive machine where they've got to find a space for it. It's 13 centimetres. It's going to fit into anybody's kitchen. Beautifully made, really easy as well to actually control. And I love the fact that it comes with those pods, 54 of those pods, 3 different flavours. But we don't have to use the pods.
No, we can also use ground coffee, and we'll try and squeeze that in for you. And don't forget, you can also make hot chocolate. You can do your tea in here if you want to.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee, which is something you... jingle, jingle.
Now, they are your 3 coffees that are coming alongside. You're getting 18 each of those. And remember, you've got the Uganda, which is like a smoother afternoon coffee. You've got the...
Tanzania, which is well-balanced coffee for you.
And then the Vietnam, which is more of a start to the day, that morning kick coffee.
And I'm like that, aren't I?
Yeah?
Different times of day, I like different types of coffee. That's why this machine is invaluable, because you can have your espresso in the morning, and then in the afternoon you can have your flat white, and then after dinner you can have a latte if you want.
And then if you've got friends round, you can be making coffees for absolutely everybody. Everybody
Proper
comes to
showing
your
off
house
with this
for
machine.
coffee. It's so good, isn't it?
That's the thing, generally, somebody comes to your house and, you offer them a coffee and, you end up, they say, yeah, I'd love a cup of coffee, and you end up going for something like this just here, and they go, oh, right, okay, is that the best they can do for me? These instant freeze-dried things.
I never know how much to put in, whether I'm making it too strong, too weak, and it never looks nice, does it?
It never does. It never tastes right either. And then instead of, someone coming into your house and saying, oh, would you like a coffee? Yes, what would you like? Oh, well, what do you mean, what would I like? Well, you can have whatever you want. Now, you mentioned a second ago an iced coffee, so I'm going to do that for you, okay? So a glass of ice, this is really, again, coffee shops can charge you more for these because it's seen as a cool thing. Trendy drink. So what we'll do is, first and foremostly, we'll simply pour our milk over that, because obviously a nice coffee, you want it to be nice and cold.
Okay.
But all we need now is a single shot. Now, I'm going to show you this here, okay, again, how to go through the motions. Now, I want to point something out to you, because this may throw some people when they get it home. Sometimes if you take out your group handle and you'll see that your portafilter is empty. Oh, where's my pod? Just be careful. Just touch it there. They sometimes stick up there, okay, but that's absolutely fine. Okay?
And the great thing about these pods is they're completely compostable, aren't they?
That was my first question.
It was the first thing you asked.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, 100% compostable. The package that it comes out of is recyclable as well, but compostable if you want to rip that open and put it over your beds and borders, because of course slugs and snails hate it, so they don't tend to come along on that.
Tip.
Okay, so watch this, okay? Again, remember, pop this in, twist it until it's locked into position. You'll know when it is. I'm going to use this glass here because I'm going to get my little shot of coffee now and make this iced coffee. Again, watch how quick and listen how silent this machine is when it's pouring our shot of coffee.
So if everybody's still in bed, that's fine. Not going to wake anybody up.
Not going to wake anybody up. This is true. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this story. Well, I've got to tell you. I bought, when we got our kitchen redone, I bought a really expensive coffee. Similar, cost me about 5 times more than this. And I promise you, it's on top of the cupboard, and I am using this. It is genuinely a better coffee machine, and that is a promise.
The great thing here, you've got great design, but you've got perfect functionality. Whatever kind of coffee you like. Go on.
Just watch
Iced
this,
coffee
okay?
time.
Crazy. I didn't know that's how you made it.
That's a nice design. Simple, straightforward.
Yeah.
But watch this now, okay? Because then obviously with a nice coffee, you grab a little straw, but watch this, okay? Just look.
Oh, wow. And like you said earlier, they can be the most expensive coffees when they bring the iced coffees out,
yes,
aren't
absolutely.
They can be so pricey. But again, these are costing you around about 50 pence a coffee. And we are thinking about the milk. Some coffees you won't put milk in or won't use a lot of milk. Some
and milk-wise, you can use all the different varieties of milk as well. If you have a specific milk that you like, you can use them all.
Prepare to have your new favourite drink.
How is it?
That's delicious.
No, you
just with a bit of vanilla syrup, and you get those vanilla syrup bottles.
I've
They're
never
very
tried
easy and cost-effective.
an iced coffee.
Thank you.
If I'm honest, it's something I thought, I don't know if I like it. That actually tastes delicious. I don't know why. I always thought an iced coffee would be watery. And it's not, because I didn't realise you put the milk in. That's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, it's really good. Again, it's like a dessert, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Yes,
of course, what you could do with this as well is you could crush the ice, if you buy crushed ice, or crush it yourself and put it in and kind of make like that. And
I could use oat milk in there.
You could use, of course, you can use any milk with any of these, of course. We're just using regular milk here. Not to, you know, kind of put a label on our producer, Leslie, but she suggested putting alcohol in it. A Bailey's or something like that in there.
Liqueur coffee.
Yeah, liqueur coffee.
Drink sensibly. But
yes, of course.
But liqueur coffees are really popular.
Yeah, definitely.
Really popular. So we can do all of those as well.
Absolutely. The world is your oyster with this. Remember, every great coffee, anywhere you go for a coffee, any coffee shop, high-end or whatever it might be, they will always start off with a great espresso, and that is exactly what you're getting from this incredible machine from Polti.
You know, we said it was a bit of a limited stock night. Well, the coffee machine, which you are loving, it has gone limited stock. That means, again, we're down to the final 10%, which means we could lose it before the end of the show, but also just after the show. So please do check your baskets through. Great machine.
It's a brilliant machine. It's so versatile. If you want to add it into your basket still, 849501, last chance. And if you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, $51.98 on your first of 3 payments. Remember, it does come with 54 pods included. However, you can use your favourite ground coffee. And if you think about what you spend on coffees every time you go out, well, we've been quite generous with these costs here. We say in our coffee machine, it costs about 50p a cup. A coffee from a cafe on the high street could cost you about £3. I would say a lot more. You could save around £2.50 a day, or £10 for every 4 coffees. The offer at £149, which includes the 54 free solo pods. Well, saving you £10 a week on the coffee that you bought could pay for the machine in 15 weeks.
I think a lot quicker, because I think a lot of you drink a lot more than 4 coffees
a week
and buy them. So you really have got an incredible machine to get that fabulous tasting coffee, to make any coffee you'd like to make. It sells out time and time again. It is a favourite. If you get it well done, when we sell out, we will try and get it back in stock. But that price, still got such a fabulous price on that. And it'd be a great gift, Father's Day. Perhaps you've got a wedding coming up. Perhaps someone's moving into a new home and you want to get them something really special. So that's using your ground coffee. But remember, you do get those 54 pods included in that price on your screen. Massive saving from virtually £220, really. And you'll love the coffee pods as well as your own ground coffee, so honestly grab it. But back to, well, it's the end of the show nearly.
It's the Polti special, isn't it?
A sellout on the eye, and we've got limited stock on the coffee machine, vast amount. We had a big amount of stock of our steam cleaning system, lots already gone, lots still in baskets we're hearing, so do check those baskets through. It may be coming up to 3 a.m. in the morning, but you are still up, and honestly, best way to clean your home.
It really is. It's a complete cleaning system for the home, remember, and a great price at £139. 079663. If you're thinking, where am I going to clean? Where aren't you going to clean? Whether it's in the kitchen, in the bathroom, whether it's all your floor surfaces, kills and eliminates 99.9% of viruses, germs and bacteria. It's got a carpet glider included, so you can refresh your carpets, but then it turns into a handheld steam cleaner.
Saves you buying all those chemicals, those different wipes, those different sprays. You don't need something for the grouting. You don't need something for the work surface areas. You don't need something different for the kitchen and the bathroom, and something different for the floor to the wall tiles. You've got one product that does every single job. Kinder on your pocket, because you're not buying all those chemicals. No. Kinder on the environment, because you're not putting those chemicals back into the water table. And kinder on you. Yeah, because we're not damaging our hands like a lot of chemical cleaners do. You've got to put gloves on or it makes your eyes run. So it's kinder every way round, and I think can save you a fortune really in the long term.
Absolutely. And the thing is also, it saves you time and effort.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, quite honestly, those days are gone where we buy cheap and buy twice. I think we're all wising up, thinking to yourself is, yes, I like the concept of that particular product, but is it going to do what it's going to say on the box, and is it going to last?
Yeah.
You know, and that's why, well, Polti's been going since 1978. They've got to be doing something right.
Definitely.
You know, they don't make kettles and toasters, they make steam cleaning products and steam irons, and that's why all their effort and all that quality is in these products. And I'm sure when you get it home and you start to use it, you'll be amazed of really how good the steam is.
How versatile it is.
Yeah.
And how quick it is as well.
Yeah, the results are so good, how it seems to stay cleaner for longer. And quality-wise, we've had our steam cleaning system from Polti for 17 years, and we're still using all the same accessories.
Yeah.
There's one brush that perhaps we should renew. Everything else, they're just, the quality is fantastic.
17 years, I can live with that.
Yeah. Well,
We haven't had to buy twice.
No.
And the thing is, it's not the fact is that you're not using it, it's just the fact is that it's good quality.
It's great quality.
And it lasts,
swear
you know,
by it.
and this is the thing. Now, heat up time on this is 20 seconds, so I've just set it going. So literally, we started to go. You saw me clip the carpet glider on, because now it will make it easier for it to glide over the carpet. But don't just confine it to the carpet, because you'll be able to use that on the mattress. It's very important that we sanitise the mattress as well. You can't put that in a washing machine. But what you can do is help to sanitise it by using your steam. It's not going to over-wet your floors, and it's also not going to over-wet your mattress. Now, what you're doing is sanitising, but also you're helping to neutralise smells, because the bacteria that's creating the smell, the steam's getting
So that
rid
wet
of.
dog smell you can often have in a house, or if you've got an open plan area and you're cooking, why can I still smell fish? We had it 4 days ago.
In the carpet,
it gets
upholstery,
into
doesn't it?
everything. And you can even steam clean your pets' beds as well,
Yeah,
can't
you can,
to get rid of
absolutely.
the smells.
Yeah, you can. And the thing is as well with this, it's versatile. So I've gone from the carpet, I've taken the carpet glider off now. I can go now and do the wooden floors. Now, not all steam mops are suitable for a wooden floor, but this is, because it's like a super dry heated steam, so you're not over wetting the floor. If you're not sure about it, there's a setting for floors on here for your wooden floors. All that will do is just reduce the force of the steam. It doesn't reduce the temperature.
And those cloths that are on their bed, they trap that dirt into there,
They
don't
do,
they?
yeah, absolutely. Now, you'd have thought by doing the carpet, we would now be transferring that dirt onto here.
Nope.
No,
we're
I
not.
mean, that looks new again, doesn't it,
Yeah.
that floor?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at the
dirt's
dirt
trapped
on there.
and will
if you
stay
think
trapped.
about that,
Yeah, absolutely.
the amount of dirt, it's not being moved around. We talk about traditional mops, but the dirt on there is trapped into there, so we can go onto now a white floor.
Exactly. If you've got stubborn stains, just hold it over for a few seconds. Let the steam do the work rather than you. You know, how many times have you been on your hands and knees trying to scrub a mark?
And that could
or a
be
stain?
oil, that could be something quite nasty,
Yep.
grease in the kitchen
Absolutely.
when you're using it as a handheld, or
Could
grease
be
even
a
on the
dog
floor.
wee or a cat wee
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Well, if you were using a mop and bucket, if there was a dog wee or a cat wee down there, all you'd do is spread that across
Moving
the
it
floor
around, yeah.
with the water. What
Look
you've
at
done
that.
here is you've locked it into the actual mop head, and you're cleaning and sanitising, killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. Now, we did clean this floor, I don't know if you can see, originally with a mop and bucket. There's a lot of watermarks.
Yes, there is a lot.
Apart from the nice stripe in the middle,
Yes.
which is where you did
Look at the
steam.
steam. Oh my word.
So we're going to clean the whole lot up.
Absolutely. I mean, it just makes life so much easier when you're using steam. And don't forget, you're not only just cleaning that surface, you're also getting rid of the where the grouting is, you know, the dirt. Now you can see how it's trying to lift all of that horrible chemical that we've used on there. And it's just going to sanitise that.
The great thing is it's breaking that down. It's
Yeah.
killing, if there's germs down there that you can't see, killing
No.
99.9% of the germs, bacteria and the viruses. But remember, we did the black floor, we did the white tiles, we did the wooden floor, we did the carpet. It could be a rug, it could be the door mat. everything trapped on that cloth. You get 2 of those. You can throw those into the washing machine. And this actual machine has, I think, the most accessories that any of our Polti steam cleaners has. 19.
And the cloth, 19. You've also got your cloths in there, but also it's freestanding. You're not having to find somewhere to lean this up.
Freestanding, turns into a handheld. All you need is the water from your tap. No chemicals needed at all. But killing 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses. And remember, as an upright, all your floors, even your sealed wooden floors and your carpets, as a handheld, all your washable surface areas, all the work surface areas in the kitchen, whether that be the hob or the extractor fan, and wherever you can't see dirt, honestly, steam will find it because it will kill 99.9% of germs, bacteria and viruses that can't be seen.
It's the perfect time to get it as well.
Yes,
spring cleaning, we talk about steam cleaning in the spring. It's perfect for all around the home. There's 19 accessories, and what a great price we've got for you, £139. If you still want to add it in, you can. 079663. Shopontvlive.co.uk is the easiest way to shop. You can still order on the phone. The team are there ready and waiting to take your calls. 03333 241 241. What a great bit of kit this is.
It's fantastic, it really is. And it's just so nice to have something that you know is going to do what it says on the box.
So true.
It
and
really
you'll see the difference when you clean with steam. It's like, wow, it just seems to sparkle clean.
Yeah.
But you'll also notice how it really does stay cleaner for longer because you're not leaving any sticky residues or any horrible chemicals to attract the dust. It's sort of super smooth clean so that it seems to stay cleaner for so much longer.
Does it, in my opinion, does a better job.
Yeah, definitely.
Lovely to see you, my love, as always.
Oh, always lovely to be with you too.
As always. Been great to have your company as well. Anything you've got in baskets, do check out because we've had a bit of a sell-out night tonight. So check that basket through and start enjoying cleaning because it makes it so much easier. We'll see you later.
See you tomorrow.